Oh my god, my mic was muted! Hi! Hi everyone! My name is Ruuna Starbright and I am a fallen star from the constellation Aries. And now that I've decided to grace this world with my presence, I've decided to do some fun things with everyone. And apparently today that includes playing a Omegaverse Yuri dating sim. Yeah. I just really wanted to set the tone for, I guess, the person I am. Very sophisticated and demure and amazing. So yeah, welcome to my channel. Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I guess I should show you guys some things about my model. So this is obviously my face. And if I were to, oh gosh. If I were to scroll, you can see that I have a very fluffy skirt and some really nice feet. Yeah. This is the last time anyone sees my feet though, but yeah, I'm so excited to play the game today. And honestly, I hope that there's nothing too spicy. I looked up the game online and hopefully, even though there's meant to be some interesting things, nothing that will hopefully get me censored. And if it does, well, that's just how it is sometimes, you know? It just means it's good, good, good. good, smart. Yeah! I guess I'll stop playing the game now. Honestly, chances are I will get banned. I'll try to not say something too outrageous, but you know how I am. Yeah. LIPTRIP! LIPTRIP! I was so attracted to this game. Oh, my chat's in the way. I was so attracted to this game the moment I saw it, because who doesn't like to hot anime women? Right. And if anyone doesn't know what Omegaverse is, it's basically the better version of our world. Yeah, and I'm sure that if you know, you don't know what it is, this game would explain it in a very practical sense. So, without further ado, let us start. Oh yeah, is my volume okay, by the way? I think so. I checked it, but you never know. It's good? Okay. Then it's time for the main event. My breath huffs out in uneven puffs. My pulse pounds, and my head buzzes unpleasantly. The rough pants skating my lips are at odds with the clinical office space. I desperately clutch the folder to my chest. As I stagger towards the wall, I shudder and the paper scatters to the floor. The sound of scattering paper and plastic reverberates in my ears. I dimly register the words on the meeting documents, crumpled by my sweaty hands. Mom spaghetti. Look, I'll try to read everything, but this, you can just hear the voice acting, right? I tense my legs, fighting back syrupy moans. Heat pulls in my stomach. My fingertips slide up my thighs. Guys, Huh? Oh!
息を吸う間もなく、私よりもずっと冷たい指先が手を取る。
Was my game muted? Was my game muted the whole time? Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. You guys, maybe my stream would stay up after all. You just missed the really spicy modes. Okay, well, you know, here, I can Can I load you guys? I'll show you guys the most important part, okay? Okay, that's like the most important part. So you have it. Oh gosh, how do I escape? Oh, how do I escape? Let me out. Oh my gosh. How do I get out? Oh, okay. Anyway. Just then, I catch a whiff of a fragrance like mojito. I barely have time to take a breath before there are cool fingers on mine.
気づくよりも早く、まるで世界から隠すように。
Good pace for band? Hey. I think I am introducing culture to the YouTube sphere, so they should really actually promote me. Before I know it, I'm pressed up against the wall. The scent is so strong. Pleasure permeates my brain. Boss?
じっくりと甘くとろける声に呼応するように、指先に体温が宿った。力強い視線はショーケースの中で輝くサファイアのように表情を変えて揺れる。
As though in response to my syrupy moan, the fingertips heat up. Her intense gaze shimmers like glittering sapphires.
そのまま私は身を委ねるように口元からこぼれる吐息を飲み込んだ。
I swallow my moans as I give myself up to her. Yeah! LIPTRIP! Oh my god, she's so cute! Oh my gosh. I love women. It's so cute. I'm kind of nervous playing this game because usually when I play ultimate dating sims, I do have a guide up. Because like I'm a completionist and I always want to get the best ending. But today I don't. Today we're going with my instincts. So you're such a star. But yeah, hopefully I don't get a bad ending. I don't even know what the bad ending for like a Omegaverse OL office lady game is. Do you like lose your job? You get demoted. You're demoted. Go back to making spreadsheets. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, what a heat suppressant is, basically like in Omegaverse, the Omega goes into like uncontrollable sexy times where all they want to do is you know, do the horizontal tangle, and the heat suppressant does exactly what it is, right? It like stops you from going absolutely insane, and usually that takes the form of a pill, but in this case it's your really sexy, hot boss who's your age and who also takes a fancy to you and somehow doesn't abuse her power. It's kind of an ideal office romance situation, if I do say so myself. It's Tiger Bomb! Yeah, guys, so when you're in heat, what you want to do is take a whole container of Tiger Balm and just really rub it all over yourself, you know? The burn soothes the other burn, as they say. This is our main character, Reno. She's so cute. She's so cute! I don't know why she can have pink hair highlights in a Japanese workplace, but I guess it's just all to show that Omegaverse is obviously the better world and we are missing out. Wow, this place is so fancy! Looking out from the glass-enclosed meeting room, the neat rows of desks and gleaming monitors are like something out of a TV show. The workers are all dressed in a way that's somehow simultaneously casual and sophisticated. Artfully placed decorative plants spread their lush leaves under the white lights. White asylum lights. No way that you're telling me that any office with white light doesn't somewhat feel like an asylum, and you're slowly losing your mind as you're on your 6 hour of your shift, wanting to go home. So this is city life, huh? It's a far cry from my previous workplace. They make us stay until it's 3 AM, and then we start work at 5 AM. I lived at my workplace. Having said that, I've been to countless offices for interviews, and never gotten any job because I'm an Omega. While I'm taking the unfamiliar atmosphere, a suit-clad woman enters the room with a laptop under her arm. Sorry to keep you waiting.
マイグマリノさんはウェブメディア事業部でしたよね。ご案内しますね。
Okay, Miss Maigumarino, Digital Media Department, isn't it? I'll show you to your workplace. Setting my lips. Setting my lips, painted in my favorite coral pink lipstick, in a determined line. I get to my feet. Taking a deep breath, I give a little nod to psych myself up. Hi!
オフィススペース自体はフリーアドレスになっていて、ウェブメディア事業部以外の隣はとマーケティング部ですね。
We operate a hot desking system here. What's hot desking? What's hot desking? Yo. What's hot desking? Flexible office arrangement where employees do not have assigned desk and can use any available workspace within a shared office environment. Well, that's kind of cute. Next to the digital media section, we have the marketing department. Since there's some overlap in responsibilities. Miss Sasahara from HR flips through the documents on her clipboard as she explains the rules of my new workplace. While making appropriate noises to show that I'm listening, I glance around me. She's not listening. She has ADHD. New employees must be a regular occurrence, as no one pays me any heed. Everyone focused on the work before them. I guess the people who work at such a prestigious company wouldn't spare much thought for me. Blinking cold lashes, I keep a firm grip on the documentation I've been given. Feeling a little more grounded, I look around again. I remember that slogan from the commercials when I was a kid. There's a wooden bookshelf filled with popular travel magazines, and familiar posters adorn the walls above them. Excitement brings a smile to my lips, and I unconsciously step towards the display. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be listening.
マイグマさんはこの業界初めてでしたよね。
Am I right in thinking you haven't worked in this industry before, Miss Maiguma? Miss Sasahara pushes back her short hair and eyes me up. She looks me up and down, from my exposed toes to my neck, chest. Gosh, look at her. Wow. I interviewed with someone else, but she probably heard my work history from them.
はい、観光業界ずっと憧れてて。
Yes, though I've always wanted to work in the travel industry.
そうなんですか。まあ、ウェブメディア事業部は内勤ですから、現場みたいな大変さはないと思いますよ。
Really? Well, the digital media department is desk work, so it won't be as challenging as working on location.
はあ。
Oh! The brand new digital media division at one of Japan's leading travel agencies is staffed by an elite few. Also, I was told during the interview. Now I'm getting a slightly different impression from this woman, so I'm a little taken aback.
そりゃ、ツアーのアテンダントとかも大変だろうけど、なんか。
I mean, I get that being a tour conductor is probably a difficult job, but, squashing my feelings, I follow Miss Sasahara until she stops in front of a partitioned desk by the wall. Then she calls out to a woman working nearby, gesturing towards the privacy petition. Excuse me, where's the editor-in-chief? The other woman pushes back her shaggy hair, responding that she's gone straight from a business trip to meet with a partner. It's only women in this world. It's only women. Not complaining. Then she adds that the boss mentioned she'd be back around the time HR would be finishing with onboarding for the new recruit.
そうですか。さすがアルファはよく気が回りますね。
Ha! Of course, those alphas are always on the move. Miss Sasahara gives a knowing nod, though there's an exasperated tinge to her chuckle.
アルファ。
Alpha. Alpha. I was already aware of this, but the word still automatically puts me on defensive. Swallowing, I instinctively grasp a card holder hanging from my lanyard. Does she have, like, alpha trauma? She have alpha trauma? Let's go, women!
オフィスの説明はこれくらいで、清津編集長が戻るまで先に人事部の研修を終わらせましょうか。
Can confirm only women officers are chef kiss. Yeah, I agree. Like, you go in and everywhere you look, it's just really good for your eyes, right? That should cover the office. Shall we get on with your induction while we wait for the editor-in-chief to return?
はい。
はい。
それと、ウェブメディア事業部に限らず、弊社はアルファの女性も多いので、態度に気をつけてくださいね。
Oh, and we have a lot of female alphas across the company, so make sure you behave yourself. So yeah, if you don't know much about the Omegaverse, the difference between a alpha and omega is like occasionally sexism in our world. Yeah, so they're probably like, oh my gosh, this omega chick, she's gonna release her omega pheromones to entice the alpha. Or yeah, she's gonna like lose all control of herself and not be able to work or something. It's my guess. I don't know. Miss Sasahara's eyes narrow even further. Though she spoke casually, there's a hardness behind the words, and I feel my eyebrows twitch.
はあ、常識の範囲で頑張ります。
Uh-huh, I'll do my best, within reason. Of course, as a responsible adult, I have no choice but to force a smile and nod agreeably. I can't fight against my employees now. It's okay, girl. Like, wait a few months and then, you can start playing your office games. Gosh. What the hell is her problem? flopping face down on my desk. I splay my legs out. Wow. My brute heels clack loudly against the floor, but I don't care. She's like, what? Ah! Oh my god, my Hatsune Miku fell off my PC. I'm sorry, should I have slammed the desk? Sorry, Miku. Oh my god. Raising my head, I suppressed the urge to scream, settling for grinding my teeth instead.
何が態度には気をつけろだ。そっちのが気をつけろよ。人事だろ。
Behave yourself. You behave yourself. Aren't you supposed to be HR? Of course it's HR. Like, no offense to HR workers out there. It's HR. My grumbles echo off the desk, bouncing back at me as though through a megaphone. My head buzzes with a reverberation and I sigh.
そのくせ、あなたはよく使うことになるだろうからって、コピー機とかカフェスペースだけはやけに丁寧に説明するし。
And then she spent ages showing me the copier and the kitchen, because I guess that's where I'm gonna be spending most of my time, making coffee and not doing work, because work takes 2 hours to finish, but your shift is 6 hours. I'm getting more and more pissed off at Miss Sasahara's attitude towards me. I'm used to this kind of treatment, but I didn't expect it at my new place of employment. I look at the documents Miss Sasahara gave me and snort. Beneath my name is the word Omega, inscribed there like a brand.
だいたい編集長？もう上司なのに出社してないとか。
Hey, at least they don't brand Omegas in this Omegaverse. At least it's more civilized society. At least it's not the medieval branding Omegas. Oh gosh. Anyway, that's not something I can talk about on stream. And this editor-in-chief is supposed to be my boss, but she's not even here. I've heard my boss is an alpha, so I can already imagine what she's like. Talented and beautiful. Yeah, women, right? Operating on another level to us Omegas. At least pretty much every alpha I've encountered in my 26 years of life has been disgustingly perfect. She really likes alphas. The transition.
それと、ウェブメディア事業部に限らず、弊社はアルファの女性も多いので。
Hi, canon typical sexism. Those words felt like a nail driven through me, pinning me in a place. Recalling them makes me frown, gloom rolling up inside me. Some of this translation's very interesting. Propping my chin in my hand and shaking my highlighted hair out of my eyes, I glare at the wall as though I can see through the office on the other side.
大手企業は多いって聞いてたけど、やっぱか。
I guess they congregate in the big companies. Oh, I heard they congregate in the big companies. Guess it's true. In addition to biological gender, everyone is also assigned a secondary gender in one of the 3 roles: Alpha, Beta, or Omega. Most are born as betas, but the alphas, with their superior looks and abilities, are revered by society. Most of the prominent figures in every industry are alphas. In contrast, despite generally being attractive, if you're in an Otome game, you're gonna be attractive. Omegas, like me, have a history of oppression due to a particular trait we all share. What is it? What is it? However, society is progressing with regard to the rights of Omegas, who have traditionally been discriminated against. Hence the company is now being required to fill an Omega employment quota. Oh my god. It's like real life.
アルファが上司って、なんか社会の縮図って感じ。
Having an alpha for a boss feels like a microcosm of society as a whole. Guys, I stopped studying science in like year 9, and I think it's starting to show. Thinking wryly to myself, I looked down the team's organizational structure chart at the bottom of my document pack.
記憶地図か。
Kyotsu Chizu. Written at the top of the 8-person digital media team is the title Editor-in-Chief and the name Miss Kyotsu. As I'm flipping through the rest of the papers, there's a knock at the meeting room door before it immediately opens. Why does she have dead fish eyes? I swear eyes didn't look like this before. I tense up, expecting Miss Sasahara, but instead it's one of the team members I was introduced to earlier.
編集長帰ってきたみたいだから迎えに行ってくれる？
The boss is back. Could you go pick her up? Never mind that. It's your first day at the company. Go pick up the boss.
迎え？
Pick her up?
ああ、雨降ってきちゃったから
Okay,
地
fair.
下駐車場使えばいいのに編集長いつも外にタクシー止めるの。
Yeah, since it's raining, she really should use the underground parking lot, but she always gets the cab to stop outside the building.
そうですか。
Oh. Surely she can deal with getting a little damp.
だいたいお迎えって幼稚園じゃないんだから。
I seriously have to go pick her up. She's not a kindergartner. Yeah, so true, Queen. Speak your truth. The woman quirks one manicured brow, the corners of her lips lifting.
あなたならちょうど手空いてるでしょ？
Besides, it's not like you're doing anything, is it? No, she's waiting for the editing chief. She laughs and I feel my eyebrows fly up to my hairline. I force myself to smile brightly at the woman, Miss Okayama, I think it was. Then I jump up so vigorously, I almost flip the table. Bam!
もう頭きた。
It's not a very good first day at work, is it? I'm so pissed off! I fume to myself as my boots ring out across the concrete floor. My hand tightens in a death grip around the random plastic umbrella I found in the office. Did you guys know that umbrellas in Japan are one of the most stolen objects? Purely because they all look the same. It's always that white kombini umbrella with this see-through plastic. I think I see like maybe 8 out of 10 umbrellas are those exact same umbrellas. Squaring my shivering shoulders, I forget my coat. I hurry along the mezzanine, trying to stay out of the rain.
上司だかなんだか知らないけど、こうなったら直談判してやる。
I don't care if she's my boss. I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. As much as it irritates me to have to complain to an alpha as my boss, she's the person I should take any complaints up with. Coming to the bottom of the escalator, I walked out of the building and towards the side road where the taxi stopped. The road is mostly deserted. I stop in the doorway of the church next door to avoid the rain, clasping my card case as though to affirm it's still there.
もし何かあっても薬ならあるし。
It's okay, I've got my meds, just in case. That's the heat suppressants! After confirming that the 6 little pills are still inside, I take a deep breath to steady myself. Sunset dyes the sky scarlet. The rain is a light drizzle. The street looks like it's been painted in shades of grey, and the dark suits of passing business people are inky black. The light spilling from the office flickers like shrine lanterns. Breathing in the humid air, I close my eyes. But the peace and quiet is momentary. The noise of an engine pulls me back to reality.
あった。来た。
Ah, here she comes. The growl of the engine rips away as the calm... I can't read today. My literacy level's going down. The growl of the engine rips away the calm as the taxi trundles to a stop. Peering through the window, I see a woman of similar age to me.
この人が清津編集長だよね。
That must be her, the editor-in-chief, Ms. Kyotsu. Hey, look! I've got literacy levels, okay? They're low, but they're still there, okay? It's not that bad. I swear. I read at least 30,000 words on fanfiction. Oh, Faffy. Okay, I'm not gonna prove your point. I'm not gonna prove your point anymore. Rick. My god. Stop. It's gotta be her. The profile I spotted through the window. It's gotta be her. The profile I spy through the window makes my breath catch in my throat. My instincts are telling me that this is an alpha. I approach the taxi and hold the umbrella out over the black passenger door. The moment the door opens, words spill from my lips. Oh no, okay, there's two. You guys missed a golden opportunity. Buzz. She's so cute. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. My voice comes out strangled and hoarse. My breath stutters. Oh no, she's hot. Are you Miss Maiguma? TVs? Yeah, TVs. Yes, it's my first day and what? My thoughts melt away as my vision swims. Strong alpha pheromones are drilling themselves into my brain, and my knees feel weak. My cheeks are hot. Not just my cheeks, the ones at the bottom too. My whole body. I can barely breathe. An ache spreads through my stomach, and the form of the woman before me wavers. Girly chill. Nah, she's like the opposite of chill. Don't tell me you're in the heat. That's not possible. As the strength sags from my body, my boss leans out of the car. Slim fingers curl over my hand on the umbrella, which falls from my grip as the woman supports me. No, I can't be. Just because I'm an Omega, that doesn't... I swore again and again, holding back the moans that threatened to spill from my lips. How could I go into heat now of all times? It's okay, if hot lady in front of you going to heat, understandable. Her TVs are so... Ma'am, those look heavy. Can I interest you in perhaps me holding them for you, ma'am? Ma'am? It's not possible. Omegas periodically go through a phase called heat, where we're unable to control our sexual impulses. Yo. During that time, we're in a constant state of arousal, our thoughts consumed by sexual urges, just like how I'm feeling now. I have to get away. She's an alpha. Holding the umbrella over us, my boss regards me with a frown. There's a fire in her eyes that calls to me. She's blushing too! If I stay here, she'll claim me. There's a fire in my belly and a flush creeping up my neck. Trying to fight against my instincts, I put my hand to my neck, my nails digging into the skin. Yes, my apologies. Please don't worry about it. I vaguely hear her talking with the taxi driver as I lean against the taller woman who has an arm wrapped around my shoulders. Oof, can you walk? Her voice reverberates by my ear as the cool fingers curl around my shoulder. No, don't bite me. My voice is hoarse. My boss purses her lips slightly, then removes her arm from my shoulder, instead taking hold of my clammy, dangling hands. At the very least, we need to get you somewhere private. scent of sweet honey and refreshing mint wafts over me, growing stronger as I lean in towards it.
抑制剤は
Do you have your suppressants? Yes, ma'am. It's right here. She's in front of me. Yes. Over her shoulder, I can see other people around us, and the gaze makes me shiver.
私本当に今ヒートになっちゃってるんだ。
What a first day at work, guys. I can't believe it. I'm really in heat right now. I must be giving off alpha-attracting pheromones. Just the thought of a passing alpha forcefully kindling me makes my chest blaze uncomfortably. First impressions matter, which certainly is an
ア
impression.
ルファの女性も多いので、その態度に気をつけてくださいね。
Yeah, don't be Omega. Don't go into heat the first time you see Omega at a workplace. And she's like, I'm gonna do that. Those words from earlier come back to me. I bite down on my tongue, fighting desperately to stay in control. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go close my window. There's like a leaf blower outside. I'm back. Oh my gosh. Leaf blowers should be banned. They need to ban leaf blowers. Is my tracking okay? I closed my curtains, so my room is just a dark gamer cave right now. But oh my gosh, like what do leaf blowers even do? Wake you up when you're sleeping or taking a nap in the afternoon. They do nothing. At least it's not trumpet trombone. Oh gosh. I have this guy in my apartment who loves to play the same piece. It's saxophone, by the way. And he's so loud. And okay guys, I know you all start somewhere. But I like that somewhere to not be at 7 AM in the morning with a scale that's slightly out of tune. Not even an hour into stream and we're about to see hand holding. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see much more because there is content warning for this stream, and I did prepare a censor image for a reason. Leaf blowers are for procrastinators. I'm gonna burn them. Yeah, right? Leaf blowers are the worst. Anyway. No leaf blowers, only women. Those words from earlier come back to me. I bite down on my tongue, fighting desperately to stay in control, and grimace at the dull pain.
早く薬飲まなきゃ。
I need to take that pill. Stat! Pushing her away, I grab the pass holder hanging around my neck and frantically pull out a pill. That's so smart! Having your meds in your pass holder? Oh my god, girl. I toss it into my mouth and swallow. She sure did. Once the bitter taste passes, I sigh.
嘘。
No way. What, you don't like jazz? Unsubscribe? Don't insult just like that. No, okay, like honestly, I play violin, right? So I get it. Like every single piece I play from Mozart and Beethoven, etc., etc., especially like Paganini or something, turns to jazz. It's just the more modern take on these more classical pieces, you know? It's just jazz! That's what I used to tell my violin teacher every single time I rock up to my lesson with 1 hour of practice under my belt. I decided to do a jazz interpretation. Usually, my symptoms would lessen. Uh-oh! Typo! Usually, my symptoms would lessen within seconds of me taking the medicine, and my heat would subside a few minutes later, but this time, my heart continues to pound. I wish she would pound. The miracle medicine we Omegas rely on to suppress our heat. It's not working.
このままじゃダメなのに。
What am I gonna do?
こっち来て。
Come here. Her voice quivers as she takes me by my trembling hand. I'm powerless to resist, unable to do anything but moan at the feel of her cool fingers on mine. When we reach the elevator, my boss folds up the umbrella and slams the button for going up. As soon as it arrives, she hustles me inside. The second the door closes, she turns to me. Her gaze is heated. Her fingers on mine are cool. She hasn't pressed a floor button.
とりあえずビルの警備室に連絡するから。
I'll contact the building security office. Once she makes to leave the elevator, my body moves automatically.
何？
What? I wrap my arms around her neck and lean back against the wall, pulling her into me. There's confusion in her eyes, and I grip my teeth. My head is spinning from her alpha scent as I fight to think clearly.
ヒートも抑えられないなんてそんなの。
I can't believe I can't suppress my heat. This is crazy. Yeah. No. Oh. My hoarse voice echoes around the elevator. My boss is. Oh my gosh! You can see her armpit. My boss's eyes widen in surprise, but she stays silent, listening to me intently.
またオメガは使えないって。
Man, this is a good first day of work. Honestly, I wish that was my first day of work too. Like, wow. We all play anime games to satisfy what we can never get in reality. It would just confirm what they already think, that Omegas are useless. I didn't think it through when I said to myself I would try to voice everything. I feel something rising in my burning belly. I hate how my body is reacting to nothing at all. What do you mean? There's a hot lady in front of you.
ずっと働いてみたかった会社なのにすぐにこんな風になるなんて。
This is my dream job. How can this be happening on my very first day? My body is burning up, my chest is tight, and the tears slide down my cheeks. Yet I still plead fervently with my boss.
だから会社には言わないで。
So please, don't tell the company.
それ
That's not... Her voice is small and trembling. Unlike what I'd expected from an alpha, the lack of conviction in her tone makes me swallow.
あなたアルファですよね。
You're an alpha, aren't you? Being an alpha means she could sink her teeth into my neck to claim me. Once claimed, Omega won't come into heat for anyone but the alpha who claimed them. But that also means never being able to choose another partner. Welcome to ABO.
苦しいの止まる
Go! You just met her! You've known her for like 20 minutes. Curly! If she bites me, this would all stop. My tears fall as I wrap my arms around the taller woman. Her eyes widen, her trembling lashes casting shadows over her irises. Ah, so hot. It's too much. Panting, I pin her pale eyes with mine. My head aches and my thoughts are in chaos. My lungs feel like they're about to burst, and my heart pounds like it's going to leap out of my chest. The comment section in this Steam purchase page makes sense now. I understand what they were saying now. Her eyes give me no clue to her emotions, but she lets out a pained sigh. Then she pushes me against the wall.
少し目つむってて
Yo, like, I'm gonna prepare. Maybe I should prepare this just in case. My sensor. Okay. I'm gonna move my sensor up against my screen. Yeah, wait. Let me turn my sensor on. Let me see the next page. Oh gosh. This is... Okay. I mean, surely, maybe it's not that bad. My heart skips a beat. I freeze at her commanding tone and a gentle hand on my waist. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Burying my face in her side-swept hair, I nuzzle my cheek against her neck.
この匂いドキドキする
This scent of hers excites me. As I drink in her scent, her hand slides upwards. There's a metallic snap and the pressure in my chest eases. Girl? My bra! In a daze, I press my hips forward. Even through the fabric of our clothes, the softness of her thighs set me alight.
苦しいのごめんね
Sorry to put you through this.
指先優しい
This is a really good first day at work. Her soft, hot body wraps around me, radiating heat. It feels so good, and her sweet breath makes my stomach melt. Her fingers find a way beneath the hem of my blouse, tracing my abdomen. When they brush my breasts, my shoulders twitch.
ここ気持ちいい
Does this feel good? She whispers sensually as her fingertips dance over my... The lightness of her touch is frustrating, and I tighten my arms around her neck.
気持ちいいです
Yes, it feels good.
そう
Good.
匂い強くなった
Her scent is getting stronger. Engulfed in her sweet scent, my hips buck. The place between my legs tingles with heat, and my bangs stick to my sweaty skin. I moan and cling tighter to her. Just then, I feel a swoop of buoyancy as the elevator jerks to life.
もう普段そんな使う人なんていないのに
Honestly, you wouldn't usually be so lucky. What? Ah! Guys, elevators don't they usually have CCTV? Do you think the security guard who's watching the CCTV is like, just another day as a security guard in an ABO office? Because, come on, you're telling me that in a world of the Omegaverse, things don't happen in the elevator? Wow, being a security guard in that world must be a job. Despite her grumble, she embraces me tightly. When the tip of my nose brushes her hair, I catch a whiff of petrichor. She presses up against me as she gently pinches my tatas. The wall is cold at my back while her hot scent smothers me, its sweetness making my head spin. Boss, the sound of a kiss reverberates in my ear. Her tongue traces my lobe, and the shudder of pleasure runs down my spine. Come for me. She bites down gently on my earlobe, and my stomach tenses. My hips quiver, but my thighs are pinned in place. Oh my gosh! Okay. I didn't expect this when I bought the game, okay? I thought it was just gonna be slightly spicy. I didn't think it would be like spicy time in the elevator 20 minutes after meeting. Oh my gosh. It's been less than 1 hour. Yeah, I know. They haven't even truly started talking yet. Well, I guess you're in for a ride. I cling to her as the aftershocks shudder through me. Hot breath grazes my neck, but then her body heat withdraws. Lift your arms. Oh. Huh? Okay, that's fine. Thank goodness I didn't download the R18 patch because I know that's a thing on the website. My boss picks up my discarded bra and deftly hooks it around my back. Then she pulls my blouse down and smoothes it out. This is the SS Yuri and it is unthinkable. Thank you! Thank you! It's so good! Huh? Has my heat abated? My body is cooling down, my logical sense is returning. I look up at my boss, but it's at that moment that the elevator comes to a stop. The boss is kind of really good at handling this situation. It's like she had practice. The door slides open to reveal two women, dressed in business casual. I hurriedly straighten my posture as my boss leads me by the hand out of the elevator. Okay, here's the thing, right? So, in the world of ABO, pheromones exist. And pheromones communicate, like, emotions and, arousal. So, you know, I think that if they were having some times in the elevator, there might be some lingering sense. Or are the two women just so used to this happening in the office? They don't care. ABO worlds, man, like... But she didn't bite me because she's a decent human being. Even though she gripped your chest. I put my hand to my shoulder, but there's no burning bite mark. Feeling a little deflated. Girl! I dazedly run my hand over the skin as it cools in the automatic. Girly pop!
そっか。つがいにはなってないけど、言ったから。
She didn't claim me, but she did make me come, so I guess that's why I submitted. Yeah, she didn't claim me, but she did make me come, so like, I'll forgive it, I guess. I recalled a line from a textbook. When faced with an Omega in heat, an Alpha will lose control and seek to bite their neck to claim them. My gaze drifts to our joined hands. Sorry, I'm so excited I can't read properly. What's my timestamp? How long has it been? They're finally holding hands. They're finally holding hands. We're 1 hour in. Oh my god. It's really funny that they won't give us a CG for them holding hands, so do I have to download that from the R18 patch? Fine veins stand out on the back of the pale, delicate hand poking out from her coat sleeve. They walked out the building again. Looks like the rain's let up. Huh. Oh, so it has. I glance up at the sky. The elevator leads to the outside entrance area, covered by a roof that's beaded with raindrops. Okay, so they're on the roof. But they're on the ground. Because we have a limited budget for this game. Honestly, if you had to pay the voice actors and you had to limit your background budget, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's all for today. Go back to the office. Huh? Her cool, detached tone feels like a rejection. My boss turns away from me, putting a finger to her lips. In fact, you can head home early today. I should save my game. Have I saved it? Okay. In fact, you can head home early today. With those cold words, she pushes the umbrella at me. I reflexively take it and she moves away, brows furrowed. We won't be able to avoid one another entirely because they'll work. But you should stay away from me. The translation is slightly off, but I'll try to add to it where I can. Huh? But you're the hot lady! Then she hurries off, as though she can't wait to get away from me. I stand rooted to the spot, gazing after her departed figure. She's experiencing post-nut clarity. What's with her attitude? Stay away from her! Her demand gives rise to shimmering, complex emotions within me. Simmering. And here I was thinking she was a nice person. Girly pop, you... I'm not at fault because you had a flawed education, but... Girl. Thinking back on what we were just doing, I press my hand to my chest. I bite my lip as the cold tone lingers in my mind, replacing the sweetness of earlier. Tasting lipstick in my mouth, my hand tightens around the umbrella handle. Is this because I'm an Omega? It's because she just groped your boobs in an elevator within 5 minutes of meeting you! Probably. I guess I'll just have to get on with it and do my job. Resolving this to myself, I start to walk towards the building. The sky above glows blue between the skyscrapers, and the sun is starting to sink behind the concrete jungle.
剤効かなかったんだろう。
But why didn't my heat suppressants work? I debuted it without you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, now you're here. You missed a really good part though. You missed the sexy elevator scene. Here, I'll play you one sound from it, okay? Where is it? You missed that. So much hand holding. Yeah, you missed the hand holding, but we didn't get the CG for it, which is sad. But you missed the hand holding. But why didn't my heat suppressants work? Questions run through my mind, and I reflexively grip my card holder. My pulse has slowed, and my body is back to its normal temperature. Crap! I'd better get back to the office. They were at this for so long. The sun is setting. If I linger much longer, they'll think I'm slacking off. She's getting off. I start to jog, hurrying towards the security gate. Oh my god. You can't hear me? You're in class? I think watching a spicy ABO Yuri ultimate game in class is a good decision. Thank you! Tap, tap, tap. My fingers clack rhythmically across the keys, followed by a satisfying click as I press the send button. I would make that sound, but I'm scared I'll trigger something on my keyboard. Letting out a small sigh towards the screen, I chew my lip as I stare at the schedule. I should probably email the writer. Judging by the schedule, I really need to check on the progress of the manuscript. I've been working here for a month now, and in that time, I've got a handle on each writer's idiosyncrasies, or rather, how well they can stick to a deadline. They can't. They're writers. There's always edit, and then final edit, and then final edit, and then final edit. And then they'll email you and be like, here's another edit. Do you have a minute, Miss Maiguma? Oh, sure. What is it? I shift my gaze away from the screen and toward my colleague. It's Miss Yame, the article editor. She's got her planner open as she regards it thoughtfully. Hedgehog cafes! It's about the article on the Hedgehog Cafe. I hope it's not unethical. I already contacted them and set up an appointment. I've added it to your calendar, so it should be on there. Miss Yame nods, looking relieved to hear my answer. After I relay my conversation with the store manager to her, she thanks me and returns to her desk. Let's see, I've made appointments with all the places we're due to write about. Next, I'll aggregate the survey responses. Aggregate? Aggregate. What does aggregate mean? I have really good reading literacy. A whole formed by combining several separate elements. Maybe I should embrace the fact that I'm just uneducated. The digital media department I belong to runs a tourism website called Fuller that has daily articles on recommended sightseeing spots. Now that I've settled into the job, I can anticipate what needs to be done. It's a lot, from scheduling appointments to reviewing the articles sent in by our writers. Still, it's enjoyable work. Oh, I proofread the article about this art gallery, and someone decided to visit it. Aww. I let out a little sigh as I run my eyes over the survey responses, then take a sip from the mug atop my desk. It's 5-day-old coffee. Ha! My heart's pounding. Savoring the mellow flavor of lukewarm milk tea. You either have milk tea so hot it burns away your taste buds, or you have iced milk tea. Lukewarm milk tea is... It's a choice. It's a choice. I guess that's why they discriminate against Omegas. I'm joking. I stretch in my seat to loosen up. Just then, the woman who sits opposite me pops her head over her monitor.
何かトラブルですか?
Is something wrong?
少し煮詰まっちゃって。デザイナーさんが出してきた案がどっちもいいんだけど、しっくりこないんです。
I'm kind of stuck. These samples I got from the designer are both pretty good, but neither is grabbing me more than the other. I get up and peer at her screen. There are 2 designs for the upcoming special site we're hosting about winter camping, and both are clear and vibrant.
ほなみさんの判断でいいと思うけど。
I think you should go with your gut.
ですよね。
Right. It's like asking someone for their opinion and they're like, I don't know, it's up to you.
悩むようなら編集長に相談してみるといいかも。
But if you're having trouble, maybe you could bring it to the editor-in-chief. Going back to my own computer, I pull up the team's shared calendar. I check Miss Kyotsu's schedule, then call up to Honami.
今ちょうど会議の間だから時間も余裕あると思います。
She's between meetings right now, so she should have time.
そっか。ちょっと聞いてきてみます。
Really? I'll go talk to her. Honami heads off towards the boss's desk. Miss Kyotsu sits in the shadow of an ornamental plant, so I only catch a glimpse of her profile. It's a good
私
profile.
には冷たいのに、他の人には普通にいい上司なんだよね。
Though she's frosty towards me, she seems like a really nice boss to everyone else. Miss Kyotsu stops what she's doing and gets up to make eye contact as she talks to Honami. From time to time, a smile crosses her face.
あれから特に何か言ってきたりしないし。
She's barely spoken to me since that day. I frown as I recall her parting words to me on my first day of the job.
私にあまり近づかないってか。
Stay away from her, huh? Alphas are the privileged class, and many of them detest Omegas, or see us as a subclass. Still, it's the first time I've experienced such treatment directly. Yet despite that, when it comes to work, she takes a generally relaxed attitude, and she's smiling at Honami right now. I watch as she tucks her long hair behind her ear, and her cheeks dimple slightly.
笑うと
She's got dimples.
可愛いのずるい。
Oh, it's not fair for her to look so cute when she smiles. I find myself grimacing at the sight of her reacting with enthusiasm to Honami's ideas.
仕事の用事で話しかける分には普通に返答してくれるけど。
She does converse with me normally when it's about work, but her overall demeanor is still icy. Her hands were so hot. If I abruptly show up to her desk, she'll casually put distance between us. When I brought up the cardigan she'd left in a meeting room, she made no move to put it on.
私は思春期の娘に嫌われる父親かっつーの。
I don't think that's the comparison you should be making to your future partner. But what do I know? I feel like a dad whose teenage daughters go through her I hate authority phase. It's not a phase. It's a lifestyle. Be gay, do crime. I'm working myself into a froth thinking about my boss's attitude when Honami comes back. She's smiling and I can practically see the light bulb over her head. I'm glad to see her looking energized. At the same time, I see a notification on my screen, reminding me of the next meeting.
会議行かないと。
Oh, I better get to the meeting. I hurriedly tidied my desk and closed my laptop. Then I dropped my mug off at the sink and hurried to the meeting room. Oh my gosh, is this the meeting room scene? Please? Oh, but they're people. They're people, and this is not that genre. Today will be a brainstorming session, but we'll also give deeper consideration to any ideas that really click. The editor-in-chief turns to the information displayed on a giant screen on the wall. Beside her, Miss Noboribe, who is taking charge of collating proposals for articles, is taking notes. Can I hand it over to you, Miss Noboribe? These regular planning meetings are all hands, including not just editors, but members of the design and sales team too. She kind of has a like exhausted Onesan voice. The New Year's features will include pieces on the illuminations as usual. She taps at her computer, displaying articles from the previous year on this big screen as she starts to explain this year's travel industry trends. Ideas for features. I still don't have the huge confidence in it, but I have come up with something inspired by last year's articles and other media I've been following. Seemingly, so have all the other editors, as everyone starts to pitch their ideas after Miss Noboribe finishes her explanation. Feature on Kyushu's hot pot dishes. Tomato and garlic hot pot. Sounds good. This place is close to a major train station. Could you incorporate it into the itinerary? Good idea. I'll do some more research for the next meeting. Great. Next, we'll have Miss Maiguma. The editor-in-chief suddenly says my name, smiling encouragingly even as she keeps her gaze fixed on the screen. Feeling everyone's eyes on me, I gulp. Do you have any ideas? I do! How about a special feature on Hokuriku based around the theme of matchmaking? You think you're being subtle. Matchmaking. Removing my hands from my keyboard, I straighten my posture and take a deep breath before continuing in as a calm voice. I need a drink. Any sentence that is over 2 lines without a comma, I can't read. At least it's more subtle than the elevator. The elevator was... Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen next though. Maybe everyone will leave the meeting room and then they'll go past hand holding. Removing my hands from my keyboard, I straighten my posture and take a deep breath before continuing in as calm a voice as I can manage. If anything, girly is improving. Okay. She's improving. Character development. I've seen that some of the popular shrines have redesigned the Omamori charms. They're super cute. I put up some pre-prepared images on my screen and show it to the others. Horami, who's also a designer, squeals that they're adorable, and their sales department nods. Beside them, the editing team also looks pleased. You know that in the original Japanese version, all the descriptors are just kawaii, kawaii. Because I swear, if there's a reaction to anything, especially like women, right? It would just be kawaii. I remember when I was in Japan and I was trying to speak a lot of Japanese, but maybe it's just because I lack the vocabulary to find other words. But there were a few days when I was hanging out with my friends and any reactions, kawaii, kawaii. If it's a rat dead on the ground, I'll be like, yeah, kawaii. If not, okay, not to that extent, but you know what I mean? And then it got to the point where the word kawaii didn't even sound like a word anymore. It just... It's a spiritual state. Yeah, I bet they'd appeal to foreigners, visitors too. Foreign visitors. Yes, there are plenty of direct flights into Hokuriku. Just then, my eyes meet Miss Noboribe's. Her expression is slightly twisted and she cuts me off. Yo, Miss Noboribe can shut... They did not hold back with the translation! Oh my god! Like, at least in the Japanese, it's just renai. It's just romance. But they straight up went with mating! Matchmaking. Not all of us are obsessed with mating, you know. I abruptly shut my mouth and Miss Noboribe goes on. This is not good workplace conduct.
あなたみたいな子は縁結びも気になるかもしれないけど、私たちベータは普通に恋愛してるんだから、今さら縁結びなんて言われても。
Perhaps girls like you care about matchmaking, but betas like myself won't love the usual way, so it's hard to... shut up, beta!
あなたみたいな子って
Girls like me? With pink highlights and big boobs. At the meaning behind these words, my chest aches like a fist has been closed around my heart. I look around the table, but everyone else remains close-lipped.
別に縁結びって恋愛だけのことじゃ。
Matchmaking isn't just about mating.
そうですね。
Right. The editor cuts in implicatingly. Pushing her wide-rimmed glasses up her nose, she looks down at her documents.
まあ、うちのメディアのメインユーザーは40代以降も多いし、そのテーマじゃピンとこなそうではあるかな。
Though the majority of our user base is over the age of 40, let middle-aged people have romance. Okay, that's age discrimination. I want to be a MILF aged. I want to see MILFs having romance. Okay, like come on. So I'm not sure the theme would resonate with them.
さんはどう思う？
What do you think, Miss Kyotsu? She's so cute. The editor-in-chief drums her fingers on her lips, regarding me and Miss Noboribe through narrowed eyes. My pulse speeds up under her gaze, and I feel my cheeks grow hot. I hug my folded arms around myself as I wait for her response. Eventually, she lowers her hand and looks at me.
そうね。使い古されてるネタだから、このままじゃ企画としては通せない。
It's a rather trite theme, so it's not viable in its current form.
そうですか。
Oh. My shoulders droop and I bite my lip. I look back at the editor-in-chief, but her expression remains unreadable. With that, the deputy editor takes over and finishes up the meeting. It's decided that everyone will summarize the ideas and present them at the next meeting. The meeting finishes late, so my co-workers are in a rush to leave and get home. I watch them go as I slowly pick up my coat and shove my laptop into my
こ
bag.
のままじゃ企画は通せないってことは、もっと
Oh,
企画練れば通るはず。
she said that it won't work in its current form, but that doesn't mean it has a chance if I refine it. But that doesn't mean it has a chance if I refine it. But that doesn't mean it has a... Huh? It's my literacy? Huh? But that doesn't mean it has a chance. Yo! Am I reading this wrong? Am I understanding this wrong? But that doesn't mean it has... So it doesn't have a chance? Oh my gosh. What? At least, judging by the initial reactions to my suggestions, it's not fundamentally a bad idea. Still, Miss Nobori Bear and the editor were right in their criticism. A trite theme. But doesn't that mean... did I actually read it wrong? Yo, did I actually read it wrong? But doesn't... Oh my god, But doesn't that mean... Oh my gosh! I'm very smart. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thinking back on those words, I bite my lip.
編集長の言う通りだ。縁結びのお守りだけじゃ読者の人は目もくれないに決まってる。
She's right, our readers aren't gonna care if it's only about charms for matchmaking.
頑張ろう。
I've got this. I put on my coat, say goodbye to Honami, and sling my bag on my shoulder.
お疲れ様でした。
See you tomorrow. I speak loudly enough for my boss to hear, then hurry out of the office.
今度の会議までに全員納得できるくらいの企画に仕上げなきゃ。
I've got to come up with a plan that everyone will like by the next meeting. I nod to myself to affirm my resolution. I want to prove that I can do this. And that it has nothing to do with being an Omega or a Beta or whatever. Is it wife time? I gaze vacantly out through the window, watching the lights of the business district glitter across the ground. Then I glance at the clock on the wall. It's after 7:30 p.m. Girly pop. The Zangyo is really getting her. There are a few people left in the office, but no one at the desk near me, so I feel comfortable enough to stretch my arms up and crack my back.
なんとかまとまりそう。
Almost there! Slides are lined up on my screen with notes for my pitch below.
我ながらいい企画。天才。
Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm a damn genius. I fold my arms, tap my finger on my lip, then give a little nod. Oh, she's so cute! She's got the cat face. She's so cute. I've added statistics from market analysis and past article trends and reworked the content. It's pretty different to my original pitch, but I'm happy with how it's turned out.
もうちょっとプレゼンの内容も見直しておこう。
I should go over the presentation again. It's been tough working on this alongside my daily duties, but I'll be able to relax once tomorrow's meeting is over. I steel myself to get back to work, then grab my mug for a swig of pick-me-up.
ってもうなくなっちゃった。
It's Bailey's. It's coffee with 5 shots of Bailey's. I'm out. I stare down into the empty mug, then get up and head to the drink corner. I slide my cup into the slot in the coffee machine and press the button. As I watch the billowing steam, my stomach rumbles pitifully. I'm starving. I realize that I haven't eaten since I started working on the presentation.
何かコンビニで買ってこようかな。
I'll go pick something up at the convenience store. I know that the hungrier I get, the less I'll be able to concentrate. I pick up my cup of coffee and am about to head to my desk when I see a familiar figure.
お疲れ様です。
You're working hard today.
あれ？お疲れ様です。
Oh, you're still here. It's It's Honami, with Miss Yame from the editing team behind her. They're both wearing the coats and carrying their bags, about to go on a date.
もう帰ったんじゃ。
I thought you left already.
リノさん頑張ってるみたいだから。
Oh, that's so cute. We did, but since we heard you were still here. Honami raises a hand that's holding a paper bag decorated with botanical print.
差し入れ。
Oh,
甘いものがあった方が仕事はかどるだろう。
that's so cute. Though you could use a snack. Thought you could use a snack. We were told that something sweet would give you a boost. Ah, they're so wholesome. This company's so wholesome. Oh, fruit sandwiches! I opened the box inside the bag to find a neat arrangement of fruit sandwiches and some mini trifles.
ありがとうございます。ちょうどお腹減ってたから。
Wow, thank you so much. I was just starting to get hungry. My stomach rumbles at the sight of juicy strawberry and mango pieces enveloped in cream between sweetbread slices. Honami and Miss Yame exchange a look and
リノ
giggle.
さん甘いもの好きだもんね。
You really love sweets, huh?
どれにしよ
Yeah, I do. Oh, which one should I have?
う。あ、やめさんも何か飲みますか？
Oh, can I get you a drink? I set the paper bag down on my desk, then go back to the drink corner and grab some paper cups.
自分で用意するから大丈夫。それよりマイグマさん、途中だったんでしょ？
It's okay, I can get my own. Besides, aren't you in the middle of something?
あ、それで。
Right. My hand stills as I abruptly realize why they've returned to the office at this time. Honami looks over my desk, her brow frowning
会議
apologetically.
の時フォローできなくてごめんね。本当はずっと仕事も手伝いたいと思ってたんだけど。
It's okay, girl. It's for the plot. So she can stay and work overtime and be alone with her boss in the middle of a night in an empty building. That's all it is. You're being a good wingman. Sorry I didn't back you up in the meeting. Honestly, I've been wanting to help you out this whole time.
そんなこと思ってくれてたんだ。
She's concerned about me. Sometimes I'll catch Honami's eyes during work. I always smile back at her, but now I wonder if she was looking out for me. Oh. She must have been too scared to be friendly with me in front of Miss Noboribe and the deputy editing chief. But today she's come back to the office after work for my sake.
嬉しいな。
I really appreciate that. I nod, staring thoughtfully at her, just like, G, getting closer. G.
むしろ今日来てくれて嬉しいです。
Not at all. I'm really happy you're here now. I tell her my honest feelings, then flash her a grin. Honami sighs with relief and smiles back.
私も実は企画見てみたかったの。
And I've been wanting to see your pitch.
あ、それならプレゼン資料見てもらいたいです。やめさんにも意見聞きたくて。
Oh, then it'd be great if you could take a look at my presentation. I'd love to get your feedback on it.
もちろん。普段からマイグマさんにはお世話になってるしね。
Of course. It's only fair considering how much you always do for me. With the fruit sandwiches and cup of coffee in hand, I head back to my desk and open my laptop. Oh, she's so cute! Ah! Oh, she's so cute! Oh my gosh! Look at her! Look at her little puffy cheeks! Ah! I lay the sandwich out on the table and we all grab one. Ours is the one spot of light and laughter in the otherwise dim office. Everyone else is depressed and wants to go home.
おいしい。
This is so good! I take a bite and smile around the sweet taste of strawberry and buttery cream.
本当。オフィスのそばにこんな美味しいお店あったんですね。
Isn't it? I had no idea there was such a good patisserie so close to the office.
これはもっとお店開拓しないと。
Yeah, I've gotta check it out. As I lick cream off my fingers. You can lick. As I lick cream off my fingers, I find my head clearing. I wolf down the sandwich in no time and clean my hands with a wet swipe. Of her tongue? She goes, yum 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 yum, and then she goes... Then I look at my screen as I chow down on seconds.
それで企画書なんですけど
Kiwi sandwich! So, about my pitch. The other women join me in looking at the screen, and I start to explain.
結びっていうテーマは外さずに切り口を変えてみたっていうか
I stuck with the theme of matchmaking, but I kinda shifted the perspective. With the sandwich in one hand, I take them through the plan page by page. Looking to Honami for her reaction, Miss Yame appears over my shoulder while she eats a trifle. What's a trifle?
よくなってる
I only know truffles. Oh my gosh, it looks so good! What? It looks so good! That's crazy. Oh, I want food like that! Oh my gosh. Honestly, I kind of want trifles. That looks so good. Okay, this is so much better.
よくまとまってる
Yes, you've done a great job. I'm relieved to hear this. Honami reaches over and moves the slideshow back, eyes narrowed
何
thoughtfully.
か気になるところある
Was that an issue?
ねあここの参考の写真
Ah, right, this photo right here.
あそれネットから引っ張ってきたけどあんまりかな
I just grabbed that one off the internet, but maybe it's not a good fit. Are you allowed to just grab images off the internet for the articles? Isn't it? Girly doesn't know about copyright.
これでもいいと思うけどもう少しいいのが素材のストックの中にあったはずちょっと待ってて
It's fine, but I think there's a better one in the stock portfolio. Hang on a sec. Hanami grabs her own laptop from her locker and sends me a photo. Meanwhile, Miss Yama points to the slide currently on the
ペー
screen.
ジ構成少し変えてみるといいかも3ページと5ページ変えてセクション追加するとかね
Oh my gosh, I have occasional dreams about becoming a office lady and just doing presentations or something, but this is reminding me too much of hardcore editing theses or essays, and I don't know if I can I don't know if I can live this for the rest of my life. OL life is better than uni. I mean, yeah, at least you're getting paid to do stuff. Oh, maybe I'll become a OL. If I get a hot alpha boss lady who pushes me into an elevator 20 minutes into our knowing each other, maybe I'll consider it. It might be a good idea to vary up your page structure too. Like, maybe change pages 3 and 5. Add some additional sections.
あ本当だ気づかなかったです
Oh, that's a great idea. I wouldn't have thought of that.
まあこれでも企画作りは10年選手だから
Well, I've been in the project pitching trenches for a decade. She's a veteran. I make adjustments to my materials as they give their opinions and point out things I never would have noticed on my own. I'm having fun and my fingers fly over the keys. Why did the music stop? Okay. Once I finish the adjustments, Miss Yame looks over the slides again. There are faint lines around her eyes as they crinkle with a kindly smile.
あのね
You know,
はい
what is it?
登部さんはああ言ってたけど
Noboribe-san can go and eat expired sandwiches. About what Miss Noboribe said. I automatically tense at her name.
あなたみたいな子は縁結びも気になるかもしれないけど私たちベータは普通に恋愛してるんだから今さら縁結びなんて言われても
Perhaps girls like you care about matchmaking, but betas like myself can't release attractive pheromones, so I'm jealous and will have to fall in love the usual way. Not that everyone or anyone has fallen in love with me, because I can't swear, can I? Because I'm a sour grape, so it's hard to relate.
オメガだって別に普通に恋愛してるのに
Omegas have normal relationships too. That's why I wanted to hit back with, but I swallowed my words. Recalling it now, I again feel like there's something lodged in my throat.
ディレクターだから数値ばっかり見がちだけど、いい記事作りたいのは私も彼女も一緒なの。
As a director, she tends to get bogged down in numbers and her own gender dysmorphia, sexism thing, but we both just want to put out the best articles we can. Just say YouTube when you need to swear. Maybe I will. Also, when I am really loud, does my mic peak? Because I'm looking at my OBS and sometimes it goes all the way in the red and I'm kind of concerned. YouTube, 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 YouTube. Freak. Does my mic peak? Sometimes I get really excited. And then I think my mic peaks a little bit. I'm not sure. I can't really hear it. Please. Maybe I'll turn down my... Maybe I'll turn down my gain a little bit. Can I? Give me a second. It's this one. I think. Okay. I hope this is better. The conviction in her tone makes me draw in a sharp breath. Until now, I've never really thought about how hard other people in the company must have been working.
それはそれとして、登部さんの言い方は嫌味だと思うけど。
But even so, she didn't have to say it so nastily.
まあ、でもあの言い方はないと思うけど、個人の恋愛経験を持ち込んで主観で語るのはね。
Still, she shouldn't have said it like she did. She didn't have to bring her own subjective ideas and experiences into it. Workplace sexism! Ban her! Cancel her! Miss Yama says exactly what I was thinking and I chuckle. Wiping at my eyes, I nod.
そうですね。頑張ります。
Yeah, right. I'll do my best. When I notice that the clock on my computer reads 20:30, I close my open tabs. Everyone else in the department is long gone. The only desks still lit are mine and Miss Honami's. I down my laptop in my locker, grab my coat, and approach Honami.
最後まで付き合ってもらっちゃったな。
She stayed with me the whole time. I call the elevator and we get in together. When are we gonna see Miss Alpha again? It's been a while since we saw her. She really dropped in, did the do, and then like got out. Girl, she went to buy milk and she still hasn't come back. We chat about tomorrow's meeting and other office gossip. Then, as we're passing through the security gate, Honami suddenly addresses
で
me.
もどうして縁結びっていうテーマは変えなかったの？
How come you didn't change the matchmaking theme?
Eh?
Huh? For a moment, I'm taken aback by her question. Maybe it would have been easier to just change it, since it's not really a theme that Miss Noboribe and others can really relate to. But
でも、
I clutch my card holder as we walk. I sense the thorniness of Miss Noboribe's words, and I understand the reason behind it.
だって変えたら、オメガはつがいのことしか考えてませんでしたって言ってるみたいで悔しいし。
Fight for your rights. I guess I felt like if I changed it, people would see it as proof that Omegas only think about their destined mate. And I hate. Is our boss our destined mate? I bore my hand into a fist and thrust it forward. It annoys me that people think that all Omega wants in life is to meet the other half of the fated pair. Honami laughs at my shadow boxing. Ha, ha, ha. Then she inclines her head slightly so she can peer into my face.
でも、オメガには運命のつがいがいるんでしょ？
But all Omegas do have a destined mate, right? A destined mate. Another person with whom you have perfect genetic compatibility and who you're drawn to by a primal instinct. So what if your destined mate is someone from across the world? You're like, do you think the alphas just put up the nose and they like sniff across the world on the guy like until they find the destined mate? You're attracted to them the instant you meet, and you're also supremely sexually compatible. Wow, it's not like we've met someone like that just recently, right? It was all explained to us during middle school, but...
まあいるけど、でもそれって奇跡みたいなもんだよ。
Well, I guess, but meeting them would be a one in a million miracle.
だって目が合ったらすぐにわかるんでしょ。なんかロマンチック。
But you know as soon as you lay eyes on them, right? That's so romantic.
おなみさん、ドラマに影響されすぎ。
I think you've watched one too many TV shows.
私は憧れるけど、それこそ縁っていうか、神様に願ってでも会いたいと思うな。
I love the idea of it, but I think I spend every moment wishing I could meet them.
そっかな。
You think so? I've never really thought about it, but I guess I do have a destined mate somewhere in this big wide world.
それに、こんなたくさん人がいる街で出会っててもわかんないと思うけど。
Oh, trust me, you noticed. You noticed. Still, I probably wouldn't notice if I passed them by in such a busy city. The cold winter wind pierces my skin and I pull my coat around me. Looking up at the sky, I can see the red light of Tokyo Tower glowing between the buildings. As we head in the direction of that light, we'll talk about what tomorrow's workday will bring. Stifling a yawn, I close my laptop and shut off the power. The planning meeting is due to start at 10 AM, right at the beginning of the workday. I've arrived early, but there's nothing left to do on my presentation, so I just checked my emails. Now I stretch my fingers out. Looking around, I see that I'm the only one here. The office feels nice, enveloped in a cool, clear light of early morning. With nothing else to do, I crouched down next to a nearby ornamental plant and missed it. Humming a tune I picked from social media, I'm spraying in time to... She's spraying in time to the melody. She's spraying in time to the melody. I'm spraying time to the melody when I suddenly hear a voice behind me.
おはよう。
Wifey, morning! Ah, Eep! I dropped the bottle in surprise, then scrambled to pick it up. Setting it back in its place, I see the editor-in-chief putting down her coat and bag at her desk.
お疲れ様です。
Good morning.
びっくりした。
She scared me. In the shadow of the plant, I watch her over her desk partition. Like a stalker. But she feels my eyes on her and quickly avert her gaze. Then she swaps her coat for the blazer that was draped over her chair, shrugs it on, and heads to the drinks corner.
普段からこんな早くに出社してるのかな。
I wonder if she arrives this early every day. They only had one outfit for work for like every single work day. That's insane. What, do they just have 5 sets of the same outfit in their closet? Like the TV show characters where they open their closet and it's just the same outfit across the whole rack? According to Ms. Yame, our boss is a surprisingly hard worker. Although she's an editor, she also acts as a salesperson, generating us a lot of leads.
私みたいに口開けてあくびとかしなさそう。
But you never catch her yawning at her desk like me. It's not yet 8 AM, but she's as cool and composed as ever, without a single crease in her clothes. Yet, as I watch her pour herself a coffee, she looks like any other office worker. She is an office worker.
近づくなって言われてるけど、これくらいは許されるよね。
She told me to stay away from her, but surely she won't mind a quick chat. Let's do it! I hate feeling like I'm walking on eggshells around her. Screwing up my courage, I call up to my boss.
昨日いただいた差し入れが冷蔵庫にあるんですけど、よかったら編集長いりますか？
There's some leftover sandwiches from yesterday in the fridge. Would you like one?
いいわ。フルーツ苦手だから。
No thanks, I'm not a fan of fruit. She doesn't like fruit. Cancel her. She flatly turns down my offer, then heads back towards her desk with a paper cup of coffee in hand. I stare after her, wide-eyed. She doesn't like fruit.
なんで見てないのに中身わかるんですか？
How did you know what kind of sandwiches they are without looking? Did she take a peek into the fridge in the kitchenette before coming here?
いや、そんなことするわけないし。
No, why would she do that? My boss's shoulder twitched at my question. She turns back to me, brows furrowed.
あ、それはその
I
もしかして
Oh,
差し入れ買ってきて
she's
く
so
れたの？
cute because she knows she likes fruit sandwiches. Did you buy the fruit? Did you buy the sandwiches? Thinking back on it, Honami and Miss Yama didn't seem familiar with the store they came from. My boss puts her hand to her cheek, her eyes starting around nervously. She's so cute. Seeing her like this makes me feel agitated too. I twist my fingers together. Oh my god, women!
どうして
Women are the
ですか？
best. Why would you do that?
昨日帰りにビルの下でほなみさんたちに会ったの。オフィスに戻るか迷ってたから。
Yeah, sure, that's all. I bumped
私は
into
きっかけを作っただけ。
Honami and Miss Yama on my way home last night. They were wondering whether to go back, so I gave them a reason to. That's all. It's not what I was asking, but never mind. The editor-in-chief sighs, her expression conflicted.
企画出来上がった？
Did you finish your pitch? She glances at my laptop.
え、あ、はい。これです。
Oh, yes, here it is. Still reeling from this revelation, I open my laptop and bring up my presentation. My boss takes the machine from me and regards the screen intently.
何か言った方がいいのかな？
Should I say something?
すごい真剣に見てくれてる。
She's got a snaggle tooth. Can I even zoom in? She's got the cutest snaggle tooth. Sneaking a peek at her profile, I see the light of the screen reflected in her eyes. I press my lips, colored with a mauve pink, into a line. She takes the time to look at each page, and my heart rate speeds up every time the screen changes. It's like, have your teacher look at your pitch, and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna get roasted. I wait with bated breath until she finally arrives at the last slide.
どうでしょうか？
What do you think? Clutching the hem of my skirt, I screw up my courage to ask. My boss smiles.
いい切り口なんじゃない？
It's a good approach.
本当ですか？
Really?
縁で結ばれた偶然の出会いを探してみませんかっていうの素敵だと思う。
This part here, are you looking for a meet cute? That's great. Without thinking, I lean forward. I lean towards her so we can look at the screen together. She's on the page where I summarize the concept of my article pitch. I've outlined an article about the fun of randomly discovering new places during your trip. It's not simply a list of ideas, but more like a how-to article. My boss smiles slightly and commenting that it's different to your average travel guide.
この前提案してくれた神社からスタートするモデルコース入れてあるのもいいと思う。
I like how you've included an itinerary that starts with the shrine you suggested at the first meeting.
あ、そのページはほなみさんも手伝ってくれて。
Oh, Hanami helped me with that slide. She smiles again as I glow with pride, but then her expression clouds over slightly.
でも遅くまで仕事するなら
Yeah, you really should.
言うこと
She's such a good boss. But if you're going to work overtime, you need to let me know first.
はーい
Okay. She's not getting paid for overtime and she's upset. She's upset her boss is like, let me know. Girly Pop has very interesting priorities. Not reluctantly, and the editing chief gives you a concerned look.
承認しないわけじゃないけど家に仕事持ち帰るのはダメ心配だから
We love a boss who promotes work-life balance. Also, I'm not saying I won't approve it, but you shouldn't be taking work home with you. Take me home with you instead. I'm saying this for your own sake.
編集長も私のこと気にしてくれてたんだ
She's looking out for me too. My boss is regarding me intently, as though checking my face for any signs of ill health. That's the only thing. It's very gay, bro. It's so gay, bro. As though checking my face for any signs of ill health. I'm overjoyed by her consideration, and my chest constricts with an odd, restless sensation. My pulse speeds up, and I find myself staring back at her. Her slim fingers run through her hair, and she narrows her eyes at me, uncomfortable under my gaze.
ドキドキする
Oh, I've got butterflies. Oh. 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 My heart pounds. My chest feels tight. My cheeks burn. My breath comes out hot and moist.
どうしてこんな嬉しいんだろう
She's crying. So you know she's the type to cry when she exercise. Exercise. Here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again. Why am I so happy about this?
マイグマさん
Miss Maiguma. I catch a whiff of scent, and then my boss's arms are around me. My vision wavers.
あれ
Huh? Is this my heat? Before I know what's happening, I'm being led away.
あの企画は
What about the pitch? Ghosting to heat, but what about my pitch? I can barely think or speak. My brain feels like it's on fire while my face flushes and my breathing grows ragged. Her fingertips burn on my waist.
ほんと厄介
You're such a nuisance. Tears warping my eyes.
すみません私
Sorry, My body's on fire. Cling to my boss, nuzzling against her neck. Her soft body and her distinctive alpha scent makes my head spin.
そんな顔やめて
Don't give me that look. Her voice sounds strained. She's practically carrying me now, and I give my body over to her strength and let her walk me out into the corridor. Slam! In the dim meeting room, she sits me down in a chair. I gaze blankly ahead as she turns her pale face to me. There's an impatient gleam deep in her eyes.
とりあえずここで休んでて私は他の人呼んでくるから
Ma'am, you look like you need a handkerchief to wipe that sweat off your face. Can I help? Rest here while I go find someone to help.
でも会議は
But the meeting...
それは
That's... Her expression shifts, brows drawing together as she chews on her lip.
抑制剤どうせ効かない
She never saw a doctor about it too. She's just like, my suppressants don't work. Okay. The suppressants won't work. My eyes sting and the tears spill. My chest aches. I haven't had another off-cycle heat since I first met the editing chief. And back then the medicine was useless. I lift my blouse and squeeze. I lift my blouse and squeeze my breasts, digging my fingers in. It hurts, but the pain feels so good and my hips buck. What are you doing?
編集長見ないで
Don't look. Liquid floods my panties and my mouth hangs slack. If I can just take care of this myself in your meeting room. If I can get myself off, my heat should abate. I push my skirt up my thighs and run a finger over the gusset of my panties. In front of my salad. Oh my gosh. Not just in front of your salad, in front of the boss's salad too. My thighs glimmer wetly in the dim light filtering in from the office floor. Yo! Yo! I shove a finger into my panties and move it furiously, almost clawing my insides. But all it does is hurt and bring more tears. Girlies, super freaky. Girlies, getting into it. I'm so aroused, so why isn't it doing anything? Looking down, I see that my hand is trembling. My eyes sting with frustration. Miss Maiguma. Boss, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't believe this is happening. After she just complimented me. I can't believe this is happening after she just complimented me. Meanwhile, my boss is simply standing there with her one arm wrapped around herself, regarding me intently. Is she mad at me? Sorry guys, my mouse scroll is like doing something to the text, so I have to try to not do it. She's covering her face with her hand, and I can't see her expression. Still, her fingers are trembling, and I can hear her panting. Where are your suppressant pills? Huh? You have them, don't you? I know you want to regain control in time for the meeting, so hurry up and take one. There's a smoldering heat in her eyes as she gazes down at me, and I shudder underneath it. My gaze drops to my card holder. Give me that. My boss grabs the lanyard from around my neck and takes the pill out from the holder. She takes one between her fingertips and holds it out in front of me. I'm entranced by her long, neat, almond-shaped nails, gleaming pink. Take this. Okay. That's right. Good girl. Sticking out my tongue, I take her fingertips into my mouth. The pills slides down my throat. I cough. I swallow, then cough at the foreign sensation. My boss attempts to pull her fingers back, but I clap my lips around them. Gross. She has such fun standards for messing around. Come on, no messing around.
指甘い
Her fingers taste sweet. I swirl my tongue around her fingers and trace the tip over her dainty joints. The sweet taste of her skin is intoxicating, and have to force my eyes to stay open. Boss? I let out a heated sigh as she leans in like she's about to kiss me. Her hair tickles my neck and I squirm. But then she abruptly pulls back like a magnet repelled. I'm sorry. Huh?
やっぱり薬も血も意味ない
There's no point in the pills or in the solo gaming. What? She looks pained as she presses a palm to her sweaty forehead. A bead trails down her temple.
それ以上したら傷つけちゃうから
If you keep trying, you'll only hurt yourself. Her clear voice trembles as she tentatively draws closer to me again. I can smell her sweat mingled with foundation and powder. She grabs my hand where it's still buried in my sticky panties, drawing it out and gently squeezes. Hand holding! Hand holding! So stop. Hand feels wonderfully cool on mine. My painted nails are sharp and I relax my hands so as not to dig them into her delicate skin.
じゃあ編集長が触ってください
Who was the one who said at least Girly is improving when she's being subtle? Who said it? Then you touch me instead. The office chair squeaks. My voice comes out pleading and the hand on mine twitches in surprise. My heart continues to thud painfully, my heat showing no sign of fading. This is all her fault.
編集長が優しいからドキドキさせるから
That's all it is. Because she was so nice to me. Because she gave me butterflies. The burning in my chest, the difficulty breathing, it's all her fault. And on top of all that, I can't stop crying.
頑張ったのにこんなのでダメになるなんて
I can't let this ruin everything, not after how hard I worked for it. Memories of last night return, and my chest constricts even tighter. The other team members will be arriving at the office any moment now. I worked so hard, but what will they think if they see me in heat? Imagining it makes the tears come harder.
私の責任よね
I'm responsible for this. Her voice whispers in my ear and resonates inside me as my boss slides herself in between my parted legs.
これ着てて
Wear this. The way she's looking at her. Oh my gosh. She drapes the blazer over my bare neck. Then she strokes my cheek before reaching down to undo my bra. Her gentle fingers dance over my skin. I fight back the high-pitched moan that tries to escape me.
少しだけ我慢して
Bear with it a little longer. That's such a classic line. Bear with it a little longer. I screw my eyes shut and cling to the woman before me, completely at her mercy. My eyes flicker open as the tongue trails down my abdomen.
かわいい
She's so cute. I don't know why that thought comes to me as I trail a finger over the red shell of her ear. She twitches and looks up at me. Her expression is so adorable. I feel my stomach somersault. The squeak of the chair and my breathy moans echo through the meeting room as the editor-in-chief caresses me with her tongue until a climax. Where's she putting her tongue? My body goes limp and I slump forward. As I cling to my boss, I smell the gentle, fresh scent of mint.
会議は予定通り始めるから、落ち着いたら戻ってきて。
The meeting will start as planned. Join us once you've come down. My boss puts her arms around me and whispers into my ear.
あと、この部屋は誰も入らないようにしておくから。
I'll make sure no one comes in here. A hard tone cuts through the fuzz in my head, and my heart aches. The cold hair chills my skin as she takes her jacket from around my shoulders.
編集長。
Boss. I show off. She takes my lanyard from the table and hangs it around my neck. Then she smoothes down her wrinkled clothes and sighs.
ありがとうございます。
She's just gonna leave. Thank you. My eyes feel crusty with dry tears. When I look up at her, my boss smoothes my disheveled hair back. Then she lowers her gaze, gently biting down on her lip. Her brows furrow and she gives me a conflicted smile. In and out, if you will. Yeah, she went really heckin' in and out of her panties. She shouldn't.
もっとあなたのこと見てたいのに。
I would have liked to keep going. Huh? But then she frowns and her tone returns to its usual coolness.
体辛かったら報告して。部下の体調管理は上司の責任だから。
Let me know if you're not coping well. A manager is responsible for keeping an eye on the employee's health after all. That's your standard for keeping your eye on employees' health? Miss Manager, I need to save this.
はい。
Okay. The editor-in-chief nods and leaves the meeting room. I watch her go, then wipe my hands across my eyes, scrubbing away the dry tears. Wow. She takes care of her employees well. So well. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in 2 minutes. Give you guys time to take a quick break after that spicy scene too. I'll be right back. Hello. I'm back. Oh my gosh. How long has it been? How long has this been? 2.5 hours since 2 hours. I don't know if I can finish this game today. I thought it's just gonna be a shorter game. Let me check how long this game is. Huh? People say that it's like 1 hour and 22 minutes to 1.5 hours. It's okay, time just works differently from me because I am from space, you know? It's fine. It's not yet 1.5 hours yet. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay. Many of the people who step off the bus are in pairs, likely here for sightseeing. Most are dressed casually and only a few have suitcases. She's so cute. Her coat is so cute. The article might resonate with these kind of people. I look up at the poster on the bus shelter. Then I caught the rider who's accompanying me on this trip.
これちょっと路線図わかりづらいですか？このバス停複数の路線が乗り入れてるから迷っちゃうかも。
Do you think this route map is a little hard to decipher? A bunch of different buses stop here, so people might get confused. Space-time is cooked. I got hit with unable to read. Look, I was never hit with it, okay? I was born with it. That's a very different thing. I was born special and one of a kind and unable to read, and I decided to play a visual novel on my first stream. So yeah, I make good decisions. I think I make really great decisions that always have positive outcomes in my life. I hope this doesn't age badly in like 1 year when I get cancelled for something. Do you think this route map is a little hard to decipher? A bunch of different buses stop. Oh, I read that already.
ですね。記事にはそのあたり補足しましょうか。
1 hour? No way! It's only been 30 minutes in space time. I can tell you this because I am from space. Good point. Shall I add that to the article?
はい、お願いします。
Yes, please. The writer quickly snaps a shot of the bus stop with their tablet, then jots down a note. I check the time on my phone and relax slightly.
この調子なら商店街の取材にも間に合いそう。
Good, we're on track to visit the shopping street in decent time. My pitch at the planning meeting was unanimously accepted. Oh, yay, good for you, girl. And I've been charged with researching and creating it.
サポートは今までもしてきたけど、一人で全部やるのってやっぱり大変。
I got hit with unable to think too. Again, I was born with it, okay? Oh my gosh. My mom did get into a car accident when she was pregnant with me, so maybe that had something to do with it. Now, you might be asking, Ruuna, you're from space. Why are they casting space? Well, have you seen Star Wars? I haven't either. Maybe are they casting Star Wars? No thoughts. Head empty. I should just go back to doing what I'm good at. Looking at women. I do have support, but it's still hard doing it all by myself. Overjoyed that my pitch has been accepted, I dove headfirst into the preparations and accordingly, there's been no major issues so far. Still,
でも出張は初めて
oh,
だ
she's
し
so
や
cute.
っぱりドキドキするかも。
So, this is my first business trip, so I'm obviously nervous. I tuck my highlighted locks behind my ears. I've just had my eyelashes done at the salon and they flutter ticklishly in the breeze. I am willing to bet you that whoever translated this has had experience writing fanfiction or reading fanfiction. There's no... The word locks just gives such fanfiction vibes. Like the words digits and the word member, you know. But at least they're not using orb. I set my lips, painted in an ombre look with 2 new autumn shades in a determined line, and swallow hard. I love swallowing. Lots of empty space in that head. How much of space is empty? Is space empty? Yeah, that's right. Only about 0.000000000000000000042% of the universe contains any matter. So I think it's in character that my head is empty. Okay, it's just for the bit. I swear it's just for the bit.
いつヒートが起こるか不安だからっていうのもあるけど。
On top of that, there's the worry that I could go into heat at any moment. She hasn't made the correlation. It's okay, you're stupid, but I like that in hot women. But most of all... Business trip arc! Oh my god! Things always happen on business trips. I glance to the side. At least it's not a business trip to onsen. Then you know it's irreversible. The business trip onsen trope never fails me. I glance to the side and my heart thuds at the sight of her serious, composed profile.
多分私を心配して来てくれたんだよね。
She must have come out of concern for me. My field trip happened to overlap with the business trip my boss was just taking to Kanzawa branch, so she was elected to join me.
あれから前よりも避けられることも少なくなったし。
What was the difference? She got used to her titties. She's been avoiding me less after what happened the other day. As I stare at her lips, she traces her finger over them, then flicks her tongue out to wet them. I quickly look down so she won't see my face flush scarlet.
やば、思い出したらまたヒートになっちゃいそう。
Crap, just thinking back on it could send me into a heat again. This girl is feral.
マイグマさん、
Miss Maiguma, your thoughts are written on your face and in your pheromones. Yes? I've just got control over my breathing when the sudden sound of my name makes me jump. When I turn to her, she's looking in the opposite direction.
カメラマンさん、茶屋街の方しか撮ってないみたい。
It looks like the photographer is only taking a picture of the tea house.
そうですね。
Oh, you're right.
企画内容的にはよくある風景写真になるのは良くないと思うんだけど。
I'm not sure those kind of standard scenery shots will be a good fit for the article. Looking over, I see that the photographer is indeed focused on shooting the famous geisha district with its distinctive row of tea houses. They'll be fine for a general article on the area, but our theme of chance meetings call for something a little different, like 2 models. 2 really pretty alpha omega models for the picture, right?
確かに。ちょっと呼んできます。
Right, I'll go talk to him.
ちょっといいですか？
They're so cute. Oh my god, first man. It's the first man. In our visual novel. They're so cute. The photographer stops shooting and looks back at
で
me.
きれば茶屋街ではなく他のものを撮ってほしいんですけどお願いできますか？
If possible, could I ask you to photograph something other than the tea district?
他のもの？
え？
モデルは今回いないので川の方を撮る感じですか？
It's not a man? It's him. Okay,
いや
he's...
風景じゃなくてものというか印象に残りそうなアイテムを撮影してほしくて。
Okay, it's fine. He's just got a voice fit for a male VTuber. A certain genre of male VTuber, okay? Don't come after me, please. No, I don't mean of the scenery. I mean like objects or things that might leave a lasting impression on someone. I do my best to explain, but the photographer just looks confused. You're stupid, and your pitch makes no sense. I look around to see if there's any concrete example I can point to, but nothing jumps out at me. An awkward silence stretches out. Dead air. Pronoun roulette, let's go. Yo, yeah, maybe they just switched pronouns. You never know. Maybe they're just your gender envy.
今回の記事のテーマは旅の中の偶然の出会いだから偶然出会うものがいいんじゃない？
She looks so stupid. She's me for real. She's like... Since the theme of the article is chance encounters, I feel like we should have images of things you happen to come across by chance.
偶然？
By chance?
夕焼けみたいな季節によって見え方が変わる景色とか道端にあるちょっとした民芸品とか
Something like a view of the sunset, which changes with the season, or a piece of folk craft found by the roadside. My boss's expression softens as she gives me an encouraging look.
確かにそういうものでお願いしたいです。
Right, that's exactly what I'd like for you to focus on.
それなら物撮りみたいなのは避けた方が良さそうっすね。
This is so bugged out. Look at this. The name's not even showing. Men don't deserve to have names in my Yuri Omegaverse otome game. No. So, you'd rather I didn't focus on standard promo shots?
はいサムネイル映えするカットでお願いしたくて。
Right, I'm thinking we want pictures that will look good as a thumbnail. The vague outlines of the image I had in my head have solidified thanks to the input from the editor-in-chief. I'm so glad. I hope there's no pregnancy between these two Omegaverse characters, because if there is, and our boss lady becomes a mum, she's gonna die. Look at her hair. She's got dead mum hair. The photographer is nodding like he's now got a clear picture of what we're looking for.
何を撮るかはカメラマンさんに探してもらってもいいと思う。
I think we can leave the exact shots to you.
そういうの見つけるの得意だと思うから。
I'm sure you have a better eye for things than we do. I looked to the photographer, signaling my approval. I was thinking I had to issue every instruction myself, but my boss is totally right.
そうですね。茶屋街自体の歴史というか、ノスタルジックを感じる雰囲気は伝えたくて。どうですか？
Yes, we want to convey the history of the area and like a kind of nostalgic retro vibe. Does that make sense?
もちろん任せてもらえるなら。
Sure thing, leave it to me.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
じゃあ自然光強すぎない場所でちょっと探してみますね。
Okay, I'll need to find somewhere where the natural light isn't too bright. I'll go take a look around. Smiling, the photographer adjusts his grip on his camera, then marches off down the street.
ありがとうございます。気づかなかったら写真上がってきた時どうしたらいいのかわからなかったかもしれないです。
Thank you so much. If you hadn't pointed it out, I would have been a real pickle when I got the photos back.
まあ、その時はその時だと思うけど。
I'm sure you would have managed. She stares after the retreating photographer. He's reconvened with the rider, and they seem to be discussing the shoot.
あとは次の取材に遅れないように時間だけ気をつけて。
Now you just need to keep an eye on the time so we're not late to the next place.
確かにあの感じだとすっごい数取ってきそう。
It does seem like he's gonna be getting snap happy now. I cover my mouth as I chuckle, stealing a glance at my boss. I find her smiling softly, an expression quite unlike the coldness she usually shows me. My throat burns and there's a pressure in my lungs. I have a lung illness. I press a hand to my chest and let out a slow breath.
すみません、ちょっと確認していいですか？
Sorry to interrupt. Can I check something with you?
はい。
Oh, yes, of course. I spin around, then hurry over to the rider. I walk as fast as I can in an attempt to shake off something that's not just heat, but a warmth that reminds me of her fingers brushing over my cheek. And your other parts.
お疲れ様でした。
Thanks so much for your hard work. I bow my head low and then the photographer nods from the driver's seat of his van. The rider smiles easily at me from the passenger seat. Whew. A wave of relief washes over me and I readjust my heavy bag on my shoulder. In the distance, I hear the cry of a bird.
お疲れ様。
Good work today.
はい。編集長もありがとうございました。
Thank you for your help, boss. The editor-in-chief ended up staying with me all day, fielding calls and emails on her phone while I worked. She's such a wife.
私は明日からしばらく支社の方にいるから。
Well, I'll be at the branch office for the next few days. She's about to turn away, but I find my body moving off its own accord. I reach out and grab her hand. Huh? Taken aback by my own actions, I freeze. My boss stops in her tracks, her eyes wide with surprise.
今日一日一緒にいてもヒートにならなかったし、大丈夫だよね。
We were together all day and I didn't go into heat, so it's probably okay. On a normal pattern, heats usually occur once every 3 months, so I'm not due another one yet. Making these eternal excuses to my... She knows it's excuses. I look down, still clasping her hand. Ugh, I want to start a hand counter so badly.
せっかくならお参りしていきませんか？
Since we're here, would you like to come to the shrine with me?
お参り？
To the shrine?
会社で手配したから泊まってるホテルも同じところだし、わざわざ別行動しなくても。
The company booked us into the same hotel, so we can head back together afterwards.
それに、なんというか、記事の成功祈願とか。
Haha, I read that as I want you. yeah, or something like that. I want to, pray for the article's success. Or something like that. Like, you finally taking me home and biting my neck. This is hard for me, but my heart is racing, and I don't want to let go of her hand. I glance up to check her expression, but she looks away, chewing on her lower lip.
そう。
Sure. With that, she sets off walking. Holding back the grin that threatens to break across my face, I follow after her, my boots ringing out across the paving stones.
結構カップル多いかも。
Everyone around here seems to be in a couple. Haha. I look around as we walk up the path to the shrine. Raising my eyes to the sky, I see the evening light filtering in between the tawny gates leading up to the path. A breeze rustles the leaves of the hinoki cypress trees. 2 women who appear to be a couple are drawing fortunes. Beside them, a smiling man and woman are showing one another what they got. I don't know whether they're alphas or omegas. Surely they're not betas. Betas don't have rights. But I can't help but smile at the heartwarming sight.
私も小さい頃は憧れたな。
When I was little, I wanted that for myself too. Now I just want my boss. Good timing. I steal a glance beside me. Her dark hair flutters in the wind, bringing with it the scent of mint. My boss must like perfume. It's her natural scent, baby. As she's always wearing the same scent, Though when I go into heat, I barely register it.
横顔
She's so pretty. She is. She's so pretty. God, she's so pretty. The shimmery dusting of highlight on her cheeks catch the light, making them glow. The line of her jaw is sensual, her skin dewy. I'm staring at her entranced. She's like drooling. When she suddenly opens her mouth to speak.
マイグマさんはこの辺りが地元なんでしょ
You're from around here, aren't you?
はい
Oh yes, I am. Wondering whether she caught me staring, I quickly turn my face forward and start to walk again. I surreptitiously take a deep breath and force myself to focus on the conversation.
もう少し海の方ですけど前職は町役場の交通機関で
Wow.
働いてたんです
But I live closer to the sea. I used to work in the transportation planning department at the local town hall. Local government is happy to employ Omegas, and I started there straight out of high school, commuting from my family. Dang, out of high school? Oh my gosh, girl, she's kind of slaying. My co-workers were really nice. I enjoyed the job, but in the end, I overcame my parents' opposition and moved to Tokyo. I know that Tokyo is a really fun, bustling place, but working in Tokyo just sounds like a nightmare. Like, have you guys seen the business hour trains? It's so cramped. It's like a sardine, and then everyone's pressing against you. And even at what, 12 p.m? 12 at around midnight, AM, PM, at around midnight, the trains are packed. Like, why? Girly pop, working in Tokyo. You're crazy. But maybe she likes the grind. Maybe she likes the press. I don't know.
観光バスの企画してたって
You pitched the sightseeing bus scheme, right?
あ知ってたんですね
Oh, you know about that?
面接は副編集長が対応してたけどちゃんと話は聞いてるから
You interviewed with the deputy editor-in-chief.
新しい企画の提案までし
But-
っかり作り込んできた人だって
She filled me in, said that you're good at clerical work and have proven track record of pitching new projects. It makes sense that, being the methodical person that she is, she would have asked for info on the new recruit.
だからどんな人が来るかちょっと楽しみだったの
Yeah. So I was curious to see what kind of person you'd be. That's the only thing. That's the only reason. Really? What?
他のメディアの編集部から転職した人か元営業部の人しかいないし
Since most of our team are people who are... Huh? Oh, since most of our team are people who are... Huh? Since most of our team are people who've transferred in from another editorial or sales team, it was nice to have a fresh face. Our people are who... I swear I'm not reading this wrong this time. Since most of our team are people who've transferred in from other editorial or sales teams, it was nice to have a fresh face. She tucks her hair behind her ears, then reaches for the ladle at the cleansing station, holding a handkerchief between her lips. Holding her handkerchief between her lips, she pours water over each hand and dries them. Yeah, I wasn't wrong this time. I followed suit. As I muse on her words, I feel a lightness inside, and my lips curve into a smile.
オメガ採用だからとかそんなこと関係なく私のこと見てくれたんだ
She was interested in me as a person, regardless of being an Omega. Internalized sexism. Tag it, tag it. My boss takes out her wallet and picks out some coins for an offering, then gives some to me. Not only is she hot, she helps you out during your heat, and she's your sugar mummy. Take her.
5円玉と10円玉
Wouldn't one coin be enough?
45円がありますようにって
She's so smooth. Oh my god. People say that 45 is love's lucky number. Counting the coins in my hand, I see that they total 45 yen.
何ですかそれ。
Seriously?
願掛け知らない？
It's a common thing. You've never heard it?
知ってますって。
No, I have. She's usually so serious and uptight. I can't help but giggle. I have no idea why she thinks I need luck in love. But it's sweet. Girl, your coming onto people is literally coming onto them the moment you meet them. I think she's right. I think she's right. I mean, it's working, but... We face it in the shrine and perform the prayer. When we're done, I buy a charm as a present for Honami, and then we start making our way back. Just then, I spot a little path leading off from the main one.
昔はこんな絵もなかったのに。これが縁結び効果。
Oh, they didn't have these cute Emma tablets when I was a kid. These are the ones for matchmaking. Let's draw them. I rush over to look at the little votive tablets hanging from the wall. Some of them are heart-shaped or decorated with images of happy couples.
ここ来たことあるの？
You've been here before?
はい。小さい頃、両親と何度か。
Yeah, I came here a lot with my parents when I was little.
大人になってからも一人で来たかったんですけど。
When I was older, I wanted to come here on my own. I run my hands over the tablets on offer. I pick up one of the designs I remember from my childhood, a white horse adorning the plain wood, and drop my money into the box. She was a horse girl.
編集長も書きますか？
Are you going to write one?
私はいい。あなたが書いてくれるから。
I'm good. I'll just watch you do it. I like watching you. She comes in close to me, picks up a marker pen, and holds it out to me. I take it and place the tablet on the writing table.
でも、オメガだから人気のないところに歩いちゃ危ないからって親に止められたりして。
But my parents wouldn't let me, said it was dangerous for Omega to wander around alone when there aren't many people around. I had much more freedom when I was young, but as soon as I hit puberty and got my first heat, my worried parents and friends put a stop to that. I didn't feel isolated or anything, but I always longed for the freedom to go where I please. That's rough.
だから、
It's actually really rough.
旅行は私にとって憧れなんです。
So, traveling was always my dream.
憧れ。
Your dream, huh? After moving to Tokyo, I'm now working in the tourism industry and living alone, albeit in an apartment with lots of security. It's the life I've always dreamed of. The editor-in-chief's composed expression shifts slightly, and she lowers her gaze. Sighing, I pull the cap off the marker pen.
なんて、アルファの編集長にはわからないです
There's
ね。
a backstory. But I suppose as an alpha, you really wouldn't understand, huh? Because you're an alpha. Embarrassed at myself for rambling, I focus on the Emma, writing my name and the date in the bottom right corner.
あなたと同じではないかもしれないけど。
Maybe I didn't have the same experience as you. My boss responds in a soft tone. I turn back to her, to find her gazing at the wall of tablets.
私も昔はあまり旅行とかは行けなかったの。
But I was never able to travel much either.
アルファなのに？
Really? Even as an alpha?
父が早くに亡くなってね。つがいを亡くしたせいもあったのかもしれないけど、母は仕事にのめり込んで。
You can't say that after I just made a funny joke. Oh my gosh. My father died when I was young, and my mother buried herself in her work. I suppose because she'd lost her destined mate.
つがいっていうことは。
A destined mate, that means... Her parents were an alpha and omega, though I don't know which was which. My boss's expression is shadowed with longing and regret.
家族旅行に行ったのなんて 父が生きてた時の一回きり。
We only went on one family trip while my father was still alive.
そうなんですか。
I see.
だから私もあなたと同じ。多分憧れてるの。
So, I think I dreamed of it too, same as you. I hope they get married and then they go on a 3-month-long honeymoon and travel the world because that's what they deserve. She smiles awkwardly and my butterfly flip-flops and my stomach flip-flops. I press my hand to my chest, my heart slows, but my cheeks still burn.
知らなかったで
I
す。
had no idea. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't stalk your social media beforehand. I had no idea.
ヒート来ちゃったかと思った。
You can't go into heat in front of your romantic love interest slash boss after she just talked about her dead parent. Girl! Girly pop. Oh my gosh. Girl! You can be freaky, but don't be that freaky. Oh my gosh. I thought I was getting my heat there for a second. But this is different to being heat. I hope so. I don't know what to do about my racing heart, so I close my eyes and take breath. I focus back on the tablet and scribble my wish on it. I wish for the editorial team to be happy, healthy, and to thrive at work. My wish is probably at odds with all the other romance-related ones. She chose a romance one and she's like, work. But never mind. I put the lid back on the pen and return it to the pen holder. I walk along the rows of tablets tied to the vermilion fences that line the path, searching for a gap. As my gaze trails over the sweet messages to loved ones and wishes for roms, one in particular catches my notice.
運命のつがいが見つかりますように。
I wish to find my destined mate? I can't help but smile at those words, clearly written by an Omega. It's sweet that they're honestly hoping for a miracle.
ある意味欲望に素直かも。
In a sense, maybe it's good to be honest about what you want. Open about what you want. There's a lot to dislike about living a life dictated by your desires, but maybe it's not all that bad. You will know. You will know because you were going at it the second time you go into heat in front of your boss.
いいな。
Must be nice, actually. Noticing my smile, the editor-in-chief stops and runs her eyes over the rows of tablets, but in contrast to me, she frowns and chews on her lip. Oh my gosh, do you think the reason why she doesn't want to find her destined mate is because her parents had that tragic thing happen to them? But she knows.
どうしたんですか？
Is something wrong?
マイグマさんは
She knows. I swear she knows.
と思う。
Do you ever think about meeting your destined mate?
え？そんな夢みたいな話考えたことないですけど。
There is not a single critical thinking brain cell in her brain. But she's just like me for real. It seems pretty unrealistic, so I've never really thought about it. There are reality shows about fated pairs, but most of it is as fictionalized as the many TV shows and novels on the topic. Yet my boss looks serious, her eyes lowered.
だいたい本能だか神様のいたずらだか知らないですけど、私はちゃんと好きになった人と付き合いたいです。
Call it instinct or the whims of the gods. I don't care, but I just know that I want to be with someone I truly love. With that declaration, I slide my Emma into a gap beside the one I was just reading. I connect the threads and tie them off tightly.
なんでそんなこと聞くんだろう。
Why would she ask me that? In all honesty, I don't want to meet my destined mate. I mean, I leave the tablet where I've hung it and readjust my bag. A gust of wind blows down the small path, shaking the trees.
どうして何も言わないんですか？
Why aren't you saying anything? But she simply averts her eyes, still chewing her lips. I see her dry lips tremble and the lipstick smearing.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
もしかして私たち
Wait, do you think that we... My breath catches in my throat and my head throbs. When I grab her hand, her fingers are as cold as ice. I look up into her face, but she shuts her eyes and turns her head away. Why? I wouldn't usually go into heat simply from being in contact with an alpha. But for some reason, it happens whenever I get close to her. My brain is on fire. My boss's pretty face contorts as she tries to pull away from me.
抑制剤持ってるんでこっち見てください
Look at me. I have my heat suppressant. It's you. My mouth is dry and my eyes prickle. Why won't she look at me?
薬なんて効かない
The pills don't work.
そんなの
Don't say that. I want to tell her that we don't know that without testing it, but then I recall a dry sensation on my tongue.
うん試してったもうだからあの時
We already tested it that one time.
あなたは知らなかったみたいだけど一度発情すれば無理やりにでも自分のものにしたくなるの
It seems like you are unaware, but you should know that wanting a rut, an alpha will claim their mate by force.
あなたの意思なんて関係なくだから話して
Regardless of what you might want. So get away from me. With her eyes screwed shut, she tries to shake off my hand and pull away from me, but her protests are devoid of her usual strength.
そんなのじゃあ
So these
私のこ
feelings...
の気持ちって
I think having the tightness in my chest, the urge to cry, the joy of being beside her, those were all simply instincts determined by my DNA.
そんなの嘘
That's not true! I reach out and touch her cheek, turning her head to face me. I lean in, and my lips just barely graze hers. She opens her eyes and our gazes meet. Right in front of my ginger? Right in front of my shrine? Her eyes are deep blue, glowing like smoldering embers. The scent of mint emanating from her neck slides down my throat, stirring a fire in my belly and making my vision waver. The heat is almost painful, blazing hotter in time with my pounding pulse. So hot. My knees buckle and pain shoots through them as they hit the cold stone floor. One of my boss's hand is at my elbow, keeping me from fully collapsing, and I end up slumped against her. Don't touch me! She freezes at my shout, her eyes flicker like candlelight. I pull back and ball my hands into fists, fighting to gain control of myself. My nails bite into my palms, the pain anchoring me. Then I grab my fallen bag, sling it over my shoulder, and run. Miss Maiguma! In the distance, I can hear her calling to me, but I keep running, desperate to shake off that scent, until I'm out of breath. Oh my gosh. No way. Oh my gosh. I think this is a good place to stop. Or is it nearly over? Let me check. Oh my gosh. Okay. They don't say. I think it's nearly over. Okay, let's keep going. The stark white sheets are soft against my skin as I curl into a ball. Tears spill from my eyes, tracking my eyeliner down my face. My hand covers my mouth, the moans escaping from it so wanton I can hardly believe they're coming from me. So she's not even upset.
こんなに苦しいのに、これも全部運命のつがいだったから。
It's so intense, but is it all because she's my destined mate? Upset and horny. The human experience. The warm fuzzy feelings whenever I notice little things about her. Sort of kindness in that pretty face. I thought all those feelings were my own. But it was all simply biological instinct determined by my DNA. That truth makes my heart ache, yet I continue to moan desperately. I clamp my right hand between my thighs and press down against my stomach. My hips buck up weakly to meet it. There's a wet, slippery sound as my thighs rub together. Biting down on my finger, I screw my eyes shut. Recalling the gentle touch of her fingers, I slide my hand down my stomach.
違う。こんな乱暴じゃなかった。
No, she wasn't rough like this. The images behind my eyelids are dim and hazy. I can't recreate her breathy moans or the coolness of her fingertips.
編集長。
Boss. Though I bury my face... Huh? Though I bury my face is in the starchy white hotel pillow, all I can smell is my own shampoo and the scent of my heat. I run a finger over my lips, hoping to find a lingering trace of a scent. My lipstick smears and I catch the faint frosty smell of winter air.
そこ。気持ちいい。
Yes, right there. The words spill from my lips. I screw my eyes shut, trying to follow the scent. Acquiescing to my desire and pressing my hand over my shorts.
地図さん。
Chizu. The first time I heard it, I thought it was such a pretty name. I imagined the kind of amazing person it might belong to. My cheeks burn with emotion and desire. I gasp as my stomach clenches deep inside. Ah! My womb is crying out for the DNA of an alpha, of my destined mate. I'm at loss for what to do as the thought sends more tears coursing down my cheeks.
地図さん。
My hips press up against my hand while I trace my lips with the other. As I desperately moan her name, the heat building within me spills over. Aren't they neighbors?
地図さん。
Girls hearing everything. Love you. Abruptly, my hand stills. The words are out there now, echoing in the dim room, and I can't take them back. My head jerks up at a light knock on the door. Putting one hand to my pounding head, I brace myself on the bedside table with the other and push myself up. I fumble to straighten my clothes. I don't have the energy to search for my keycard.
誰？
Who is it? Holding my burning stomach, I stumble towards the door, unlock it, and open it at a crack. A woman I don't recognize is standing on the other side. The woman holds out a handkerchief to me, putting one finger to her slightly parted lips.
これ。ハンカチ。
This is yours. Huh? I glance down at my bag, abandoned right next to the door. Fortunately, I made it into a taxi, but I don't really remember getting into the hotel, finding my room.
そっか。途中で落としちゃった。
I must have dropped it on the way. Don't open your doors to strangers while you're in heat. I think that's a bad idea. But it's okay. She seems nice. She seems okay. Huh? Hang on.
もしかして。
Just then, a throb of pain laces through my neck, and my heart abruptly starts to pound.
この人。アルファ。
She doesn't seem nice. Shh. YouTube. Huh? She's an alpha. The woman's lips twist slightly. The hot breath that escapes them sends a chill up my spine. The pink handkerchief I dropped is one of my favorites. It must be soaked in the scent of Omega heat. Before I can fully comprehend the situation, a strong alpha smell hits me. Girl. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying, like, it's not her fault that the alpha is acting like this, but she literally premises the alphas are like crazy in the face of Omega Heat, and then she opens the door. I'll forgive you because you're hot, but you're so stupid. The woman grabs me by the arm and pushes me back into the room, pinning me against the closet. I grimace in pain. I grimace as pain shoots up my arm. Your neck. She says it looks tasty. No. Her musky scent makes my head spin. She's enraptured by my pheromones, all logic and reason deserting her. Her pupils are blown large, her brows furrowed. Stop! What are you doing? I desperately try to shake her off, but I'm no match for an alpha's strength. Driven by instinct, her mouth closes in on my neck. The hard enamel of her teeth grazes my skin, my arms are pinned in place and my head is on fire. Yeah, I don't want this. When I close my eyes, my boss's voice comes back to me. The mosaic transitions. I'm responsible for this. Bear with it a little longer. The gentleness of the tone and the heat behind those cold words cut through my instinct. I tense my body, fighting to tear the gap wider. Yo, I did not... I did not know that there was a scene like this. Can we like... This is, maybe they should have put a content warning. I squeeze my fist so tightly that my nails cut into my palms. Then I brandish my hands with all my might. I said no! One of my fists slams into a woman's shoulder. As she tumbles from the impact, I grip my teeth and push my shoulder, shoving her away from me. I rush out of the room just as someone is coming out of another one, and I crash into them. Girl. Ow. My head slams into something hard, and I reflexively reach up to rub it. But as I look up and meet the person's eyes, my hand's still in mid-air. Shizu? What do you think you're doing with my employee? With one arm wrapped around me, she reaches out with her other hand to grab the woman's wrist and addresses her in a cold tone. The woman seems to have stepped back to her senses, and her face pales as she looks up at Shizu. Yeah, that's right, it's a crime. You know it's a crime to claim an Omega against her will, yes? I've never heard such anger from her before. The woman mutters a dazed apology. They got consent laws? It's super vague. If they have consent laws, it's the vaguest thing I've ever seen. My brain still isn't working properly. Shizu tightens her arm around my shoulders, putting herself between me and the other woman. Sorry I didn't get here earlier. The alpha scent emanating from her neck makes my head throb. Her tone is harsh, yet it still makes my knees go weak, and I lean into her. She's sweating. Right, she must have come back to her room. She will stare just meters away from me as I console myself. Heat blossoms in my belly at the image.
この人連れてくから話せるようならフロント一緒に来てくれる
Girl just got assaulted by a rando and then now she's like, swap. Her priorities. Girl. I'll sort this out. If you're in a fit state, could you come with us to the front desk? You know, you would think that, like, by this age, she has a protocol for going to heat. But she doesn't. She just does whatever she wants to do. Rino is crazy. A hot breath brushes my ear, and a shudder of pleasure runs down my spine. I struggle to force out words. Force words out as my mind grows hazy. I can't.
我慢もうしたくないです
The range stranger in the room is just like, am I just here to be a wallflower? She's still there. I don't want to fight it any longer.
マイグマさん
Miss Maiguma? I snuggle up against her and her shoulders quake slightly.
今は離れたくなくてだからどうにかしてください
I don't want you to leave right now. Please, help me. I know I'm acting like a petulant child as I bring my lips to her neck. She moans slightly, then her brows furrow and she looks down. After she's regained her composure, she looks back up at them. Yeah, she's still right there!
あなた免許証とか身分証明書ありますか
Do you have any ID on you? The woman nods, then pulls a card case from her bag and shows it to Chizu. Chizu snaps a photo of it, then goes on flatly.
明日の朝以降警察から連絡してもらいます一応フロントには報告するので来てもらっていいですか
Chizu is the only slightly normal person in this game. The only slightly normal reoccurring character. I swear. How the fuck is this woman so cooperative? It's for the plot. It's for the plot. It's really just for the plot. I'll send the police your way tomorrow morning. Right now, I'm going to report this to the front desk. Could you come with me? With that, she pulls away from me, her hand still wrapped around the woman's wrist. She takes a key card from her bag and hands it to me.
私の部屋すぐそこだから勝手に使って
My room's just over there. You're welcome to use it. She probably doesn't want anyone getting into my room until the police gets here. But right now, her kindness is making my chest ache and bringing tears to my eyes. I take the card from her. I head 2 doors down and slide the card into the reader. Before I step into the room, I glance towards the elevator. To see Chizu leaning a woman towards the lobby, our eyes meet.
甘えちゃった
I should be able to handle myself better than this. Spurred on by her concerned look, I go back into the room and close and lock the door. Then I lean back against it and let out a deep sigh. Blowing out a deep breath, I rest my hand against the wall of the shower cubicle. The water cascades over me like cool rain, calming my flushed skin. My heart beats slow, so it still thuds loudly. I return the shower head to its holder, then glance at the tiny shampoo bottles lined up neatly on the white shelf. She's so particular. Each travel bottle is labeled in Chizu's neat handwriting. I smile to myself. Since she's staying for several nights, she's declined the housekeeping service, but the room is still perfectly clean.
匂いまだ少し残ってる
I can still smell her. I wring out my hair, then quickly wipe myself off with a towel so that her scent doesn't bring my heat back. Although I can often calm my heat by taking care of myself and cooling off, today the mere sensation of the towel across my skin makes me quiver. My skin's so hot. I'm overcome with the urge to slide my hand between my legs and I bite down on my lip to suppress the instinct. No touching. After all, if it's not Chizu's hands on me, it's not going to make any difference. She's got one priority. It's Chizu. Like, you look in her brain, and it's empty, and then it's Chizu. I tie my gown tightly, then leave the bathroom. The moment I step into the room, her scent hits me. My head spins, and I wrap my arms around myself. I'm leaning against the wall to compose myself when the doorbell chimes. I shudder as I recall the earlier incident, but then I hear a gentle voice through the door. Miss Maiguma, it's me, I'm all done. I unlock and open the door before she can finish. Cool air and Chizu's scent wash over me as Chizu stands there, her brows furrowed with concern. I see you took a shower. I thought it might calm my heat. Oh. She looks away from me and walks towards the room. Walks into the room, telling me to not lock the door, huh? She goes over to the desk and sits down, opens her laptop, and calls up her email software. The police will come by tomorrow to take a statement. You'll need to leave your room as it is for now. She glances back at me and frowns, pushing her head back behind her ear. There's some unopened jasmine tea in the fridge. Let me know if you want to order room service. Okay. She nods businesslike as I clutch the hem of my robe. As she starts to clack away at the keyboard, I slump down onto the bed. I steal a glance at Chizu, her profile illuminated by the soft hotel lighting and the glow of a screen. It seems like she's struggling. Yeah, she is! Young heat! Her cheeks are flushed, her pupils blown wide, and her fingertips slam against the keys harder than usual. Has she been holding herself in check all this time? Though I don't know how Alphas experience it, I know what it's like to feel a frustrating burning in my stomach that just won't abate. If she's going through the same thing, then it must be just as hard, or even worse for her. Now that I think about it, she's always avoided looking at my neck. Pressing my hand to my neck, I sigh breathily. If Chizu is my destined mate, her feelings must be even stronger than those of the woman who's just tried to forcefully claim me. But even now, when Chizu is fighting with herself to suppress her primal urges, the thought makes my heart clench painfully, and I open my mouth without thinking. Why won't you help me out like you usually do? The clicking of the keys paused for a moment, but then she looks back at the screen and continues typing. I'm the same as that alpha who assaulted you. Okay, tag it again. Internalized sexism. Huh? At least you're self-aware. I touched you while pretending I wasn't filled with the desire to claim you. That was wrong of me.
いつも私から。
No, don't say that. I'm the one who wanted it. Her brow knit together and her eyes shimmer with regret. I hold her gaze as I continue to speak.
それにいつも地図さんは私のこと考えて触ってくれた。
And you did it for my sake.
それは私が運命のつがいだったからあなたが受け入れてしまっただけ。
Tag dubious consent. You wanted it because I'm your destined mate. You simply let me get away with it.
そんなの。
No, that's not. Her words sound pre-prepared. I stand up and my head buzzing, but Chizu goes on in a gentle tone, like she's persuading a small child.
私のポジションは他の人に代わってもらう。あなたに不利にならないように取り計らってもらうから安心して。
I'll have someone else take over my role at work. Don't worry, I'll make sure this doesn't count against you anyway. I like Chizu so much.
何言ってるんですか。
What are you trying to say?
最初からこうすべきだったのに。本当にごめんなさい。
I should have done this from the start. I'm truly sorry. Chizu looks up at me, even as she forces her lips into a smile, tears blooming her eyes. I see myself reflected in them. My mouth thins into a line at the look on her face, illuminated by the cold white light of the screen.
あなたが気づかないのに甘えてずっとずるいことしてた。運命のつがいなら離れなきゃいけないの分かってたの。だから
All this time, I've been taking advantage of the fact that you were unaware, even though I knew that, as your destined mate, I should have kept my distance.
嫌です。
But I don't want that! My brain is on fire and my lungs hurt with every breath. Tears well up in my eyes, dissolving my eyeliner.
一晩も一緒にいれば収まるはずだから。
I'm sure you'll obey if you spend the night here.
そんな
It
収
won't!
まらないです。
I know it won't. I want her so badly, it hurts. But Chizu turns back to her computer, clearly done with the conversation.
なんで。
Why? My body moves of its own accord as I wedge myself between Chizu and the desk. Then I seize her face between my hands.
離れたくない。私の上司は地図さんです。
Oh my god. I don't want to let you go. You're my boss.
だから目そらさないでください。
So please look at me.
運命のつがいじゃこの気持ちは信じてもらえないんですか。
Just because we're a fated pair, you think my feelings for you aren't real? Her blue eyes widen and tears whelping them, falling like water droplets. They trail from the corners of her eyes, warming my palms.
こんなに好きなのに。
Even though I care so much for you.
好きです。そばにいたいです。
I love you. I want to be with you. I keep her face firmly in place, preventing her from looking away, but then I relax my grip, stroking her cheek.
名前呼びたくて。ちょっとしたことでも地図さんのことで何か気づくと嬉しくて。
I want to feel your name on my lips. Every little thing I notice about you makes me so happy.
マイグマさん。
Miss Maiguma. Her voice is hoarse, her eyes narrowed. Even now, she doesn't try to shake me off as she sits there, tears trailing down her cheek.
好き。かわいい。
She's adorable. I love her so much. I push the words back down my throat, then bring my lips towards her pale pink ones, as though I'm being drawn inexorably towards them.
それはあなたが発情してるから。
You already feel this way because you're in heat.
行きたくないです。
I don't want to hear it. Chizu's lips glitter from the gloss I've transferred to them. I flick the tip of my tongue over them as though to taste the sparkles.
好きです。
love you, and I want you to love me back.
今日も二人で仕事できるからメイク変えて可愛いって思ってほしいから。
I want you to tell me I look good when I've done my makeup differently, because I knew we'd be working together.
分かってるからマイグマさんの
I understand. It's my Guma. You're...
分かってないです。地図さん
No, you don't, Chizu. I cut her off. As I stare intently into her eyes, she shuts her mouth, flustered.
リノ
Rino? Yes. My heart swells with joy as the scent strengthens. My pulse races, but it doesn't hurt this time. I put my arms around her, pulling her close and bringing my lips to her neck. Her hot, damp skin is soft and pliant against my lips. Sucking on it doesn't leave enough of a mark, so I nibble gently instead.
赤くなっちゃった。
His skin's gone all red. I kiss and suck at her neck, trying to leave hickeys, then finish with a gentle bite. Red bruises bloom across the pale skin, dotted with the indentation of my teeth, purplish like the prick of thorns.
やっぱりオメガだと噛んでもつがいにはなれないんですね。
Since I'm an Omega, I guess biting isn't gonna do much. I soothingly kissed the angry welts. She's going back for seconds. Her clavicle stands out prominently above her décolletage, and she trembles slightly as I brush my lips over it.
そんなことしてもヒート収まらないから。
But this isn't going to calm your heat. I wrap my arms tightly around her and she breathes a deep sigh.
そんなことのためにしたんじゃないのに。
That's not why I'm doing this. Unable to hold back any longer, Chizu moans and leans into me. I capture her lips with mine and feel a hot, wet tongue slide over them. We moan between kisses. When I push my tongue between her lips, she eagerly accepts it. Our saliva mingles and her moans send tingles to my tummy. Chichi's eyes shimmer and a tear trails down her cheek. Then she pulls me closer and twines her tongue around mine.
地図かわいい。
Chizu, you're so cute. When I pull away for a moment, Chizu immediately draws me back toward her. A sweet smell surrounds us, her scent mingling with mine. Fire blazes in my belly. Her body as she clings to me seems smaller and more fragile than usual. I lean my face closer and I hear her sharp intake of breath.
リノかわいい。
You're so pretty, Rino. Her breath grazes my earlobe, sending a shiver of pleasure down my spine. My stomach clenches and my hips buck. My mind goes hazy as a ragged moan tears from my throat. Huh? Madame.
リノ収まったの。
We're cute. Has your heat abated, Rino?
はい。
Yes. Shizu pulls me close as she catches her breath. The previous melting heat has calmed, and her body now feels pleasantly warm.
私行ったんだ。
Yeah, I came. Her sweet moans resonate in my stomach. And then...
なんかすごい恥ずかしいんだけど。
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. This is when you're embarrassed? The third time? A wave of embarrassment rushes over me, and I feel my cheeks flush with a different kind of heat. My senses return to me, and my pulse quickens at the feel of Chizu's soft skin. She's cooled off too, but her arms are still wrapped around me. Does that mean...
ちゃんと伝わったよね。
Did I get through to her?
しずさん、私つい触りたくなっちゃって。でも言ったことは本当なので。
Chizu, I got carried away in the moment, but I meant what I said. I want to make sure she's got the message, but Chizu cuts me off, her voice dripping with arousal.
リノ、目閉じて。
Lino, close your eyes. Instinctively, I do as she asks. My lashes are crusty with child tears, and my eyes sting.
閉じましたけど。
They're closed. Chizu takes me by the shoulder and guides me to my feet. Before I can miss the warmth of her body, she pulls me against her.
目あったらまたヒートになるから。そのままこっち。
If you look into my eyes, you're just going to heat again. This way.
安心して。ベッドだから。
Don't worry, the bed's here. Dim lights glow behind my eyelids. I feel the soft mattress at my back as she lays me down. Then Chizu's presence draws away, and I suddenly have a horrible feeling. I see her leaving as soon as the elevator doors open, hear her lingering voice as she leaves me alone in the meeting room, and I'm compelled to speak.
しずさん、さっきのじゃまだダメですか？
Chizu, was what I said still not enough for you?
好きです。話すぐらいならちゃんと振ってください。
I love you, but if you're going to leave me, at least have the decency to tell me to my face.
だから。
Please. Still, I keep my eyes closed, and they prickle as I imagine her telling me bluntly that this is over, but I have no more tears to shed.
あなたらしい。
You're so predictable. Her warm, exasperated voice floats to my ears along with the quiet noise of rustling fabric. I can't hear anything from outside the hotel room, only the faint sounds of Chizu moving and fabric falling to the floor. The bed shudders, and I feel her close by. I moan when her cold fingertips brush my cheek. She takes hold of my right arm. The bed creaks and the mattress bounces. There was only one bed! Chizu!
私一人で我慢してたわけじゃないのに。ごめんね。
I thought I was the only one suffering. I'm sorry. Her fingers trail down to my waist, my wrist. Her cool fingers entwine with my blazing hot digits. This translator wrote fanfiction for sure. She clambers on top of me, and I gasp as her soft skin brushes my thighs.
私から目を離さないで。噛もうとしたら逃げるの。できる。
Don't look away from me. If I try to bite you, you run. Can you do that? She murmurs directly into my ear in a soft, slightly awkward voice, rather than the one that drips with arousal. There's a pleading tone to it, and I nod decisively.
できます。
I can! At last, I open my eyes. My vision flashes with blue light.
しずさん。
Chizu. Her eyes shimmer with suppressed heat. Her hand tightens on mine, and I feel her hot breath on my face as the scent overwhelms me.
もう離さないから。
I won't leave you. The light catches her collarbone peeking out over black glaze. Just imagining the feel of her skin makes heat pull in my stomach. Damn, uncensored. Yeah, it actually... Oh my gosh, it's lagging again! Ruuna cancelled on her first stream for showing hand holding. Oh no. Her hot tongue feels incredible. We kiss until my lungs feel like they're about to burst. Pleasure shudders down my spine as I point my tongue and lap at the underside of hers, trying to figure out what makes her tick. I love you. How do you feel?
あなたみたいにうまいことが思いつかないから。
I don't have the same way with words you do. My heart pounds at the sight of her, so uncertain and so unlike her calm and collected work demeanor.
絶対話してくれなさそう。
She's not gonna let go of my hand. Not the big strong alpha you think I am either. Her eyes narrow with relief, and then she lowers her face to my chest. I moan and writhe between Shizu's ministrations. God, the moment I said chest, YouTube is lagging. Her gaze doesn't break from mine the entire time as she touches all my most sensitive spots in just the way I like. She clasps my hand tightly, conveying her emotions with touch rather than words, while I drown in the ocean of her heat and her scent. So pretty. Her soft tongue brushes my lips, saliva trails from the corner of my mouth. My head buzzes and my vision shimmers, but I keep my eyes open, staring into Chizu's deep blue irises. Rino. A sweet voice filters through the haze in my mind. Feeling like she's about to let go of my hand, I tighten my grip. Love you, Chizu. A whisper of breath across my ear. I can still feel her warmth through our loosely joined fingers. I smile at the weight pillowed on my chest, and a breathy noise escaped my lips. The tip of her nose nuzzles my neck. Mingled with her breath is the faint, cool scent of winter. You smell good, Lino. I'm enveloped in her warm skin and soft scent. Drowsiness fills me, and at last I let go of conscious thought and drifting to sleep. Okay, I have my boss with me, and the draft is good to go. I check that my pill case is in my bag, check my laptop screen one last time, then nod to motivate myself. I've already given my statement to the police, so now it's time to get back to the office and carry on with my work. But in the mirror, Chizu's expression is concerned. She looks younger than usual, maybe because she hasn't done her makeup yet. There's no point in going all the way back to the office. Why don't you head back home? You must be exhausted. You worry too much, Chizu. I think it's reasonable. That's probably true. Chizu trails off. I giggle and clasp my hands together and speak cheerily. Besides, I want to get this article finished ASAP. Chizu's expression softens and she looks down, pressing her fingers to her lips. Oh. She's so cute. It's a gesture at odds with the competent editor-in-chief I see at work, and my heart skips a beat. I murmur quietly to myself. Caught her first. Girl, your standards are so low. If I'm touching the ground, I still meet them. If you're that worried, you should have gone ahead and claimed me. Rino. You heard that. Her tone is sharper than usual. Shizu isn't the type of woman to claim someone just because they're her lover. That's clearly not who she is. Don't say things like that, not even as a joke. For a moment, I think she's angry, but then a scent of mint wafts over me. From behind me, Chizu pulls me closer to her and runs her fingers through my hair before bringing her lips to my nape.
顔熱い
Her face is so hot. She brushes her lips over the skin there, not leaving a mark, but the expression I can see on her face through the mirror makes my pulse race.
今は都合よりも大切なものがあるからそっちを大切にさせて
There's something more important to me than mating right now, so... The word mating! They're mating right now, so let me have that, okay? Her voice is gentle, smiling. I press my hand to my chest. It aches, but somehow it's not painful. It's the milk inside them titties. When I nod, Chizu closes her eyes and nuzzles against my cheek. Her heartbeat reverberates through the still morning air, and I lightly bite down on my lip.
はい
Okay. Chizu pulls me against her, and the motion causes her jacket to slide down her shoulder. I gulp at the sight of her bare throat in the mirror. My eyes are drawn to the gold chain resting against her cartilage. Decolletage. Then my glossy lips curl into a smile. There's a mark on Chizu's throat. It's a lustrous pink, standing out vividly against her pale skin like a lipstick balm. We finished it! Oh my god, I finished! We finished! Yay! Oh my gosh! We finished! Yay! Wow! Oh, we did it! I'm surprised I didn't have to make choices in this game. I'm glad, I guess, because I feel like the choices I make would speedrun to a bad end. There was a time when I was playing this one otome game, and I somehow managed to make all the choices that led to a bad end, and if not for the guide, I would have lost really badly. And it was a mafia otome game too, so you know I would have gotten murdered. Oh my gosh. We did it! Yay! LIPTRIP! Yay! That was definitely not 1.5 hours. On my OBS it says 3 hours and 52 minutes. Oh my god. Talk about a speedrun. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Do I have all the CGs? I do. That's crazy. Ah, clap, 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 clap. I did it! We did it! LIPTRIP. I guess this is it. I'm really tired from yapping for 4 hours. But I guess tomorrow I'll yap again. Because I will be playing, I think, Little Misfortune. But hopefully I don't go for 4 hours this time. Next time. The women are great! I love women! I love Omegaverse! Finish the game just like how the girlies finished in each other in more ways than one. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Yay, we did it! Thank you for coming to my stream! Thank you! Congratulations on your debut! Yeah! It was a little bit scuffed in the beginning, but yeah, that's life sometimes. Thank you for coming! Thank you, Rino and Chizu, for coming as well! Yay! I do have a few more Otome games lined up, but we'll do that next time. The goat is finally real! Yeah! Yeah! The goat is finally real! Wow! Oh my gosh. Yay! Can I move myself? Yeah! Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I guess I'll leave things here. And oh, I'm blocking the good view though. Girl. Thank you for coming. And I will see you guys whenever you decide to drop by again. Thank you.